at the middle.
Yeah, Capro was building a well on the right, and then completely blocked Puzzle for a bit there.
Oh, that's a 4-stack right there. So what I do know about this game in general is that you instead of like single clearing lines, you get rewarded far more for throwing multiple lines into the clear.
Yes, if you clear 2, it sends that line flipped to your opponent, and you want to just send as many lines, because if you send 1, you don't send anything.
You don't send anything. Yeah, your goal is to send 2 or more generally. So the strategy is to generally build in such a way to where you can send multiple breaks, one after the other, of multiple blocks of lines at a time.
Yeah.
All right. Puzzle-sama currently up more than a little bit halfway past the line.
Yeah, it's going to have to kind of figure out how to clean up, I guess, but I think he's setting up for a T-spin here.
Very possible. Yep, he got it. All right, it's going to send it to Capral's way, and Puzzle-sama's going to move off the momentum on that. Getting a bit too close to the top, though. That could be dangerous, but I think the man's got it in control.
Oh, he sent a T-spin double.
Oh, dear. All right. It's building up on Capral's side. He's moving and according to trying to survive right now, I think.
Yes, he has to clean up that one line right there to open that up. But Puzzle-sama is just kind of sending more stuff over.
That's going to hurt. He might have wanted to put that somewhere else for the T-block that was incoming, but he's trying to do his best. And Puzzle-sama is, takes the first round.
Puzzle-sama is just, those T-spins he was setting up, insane.
Pretty massive, yeah. It seems like okay. It seems I'm learning about all kinds of configurations from this gentleman. Actually, I did not see any of this from Kevin yesterday.
No, I did not either. But this setup though could be like this downfall, because if Capra puts anything and puts a Tetris down, that could ruin that.
It could really throw him off and create like a really awkward situation where he can't clear any of those blocks immediately and has to start playing to make space. All right, well, we're seeing that right now. Puzzle-sama still has a pretty good build at the moment, but he is getting higher.
Ooh.
With Capral really not working with not a lot at the moment, chilling out. Here comes the L block.
Oh, I think Capral's trying to send as much as he can. Open the
T-block
well.
incoming. Not a lot to work with for Puzzle-sama right now. He can't build a ton of space with what he's got, but he's trying to survive right now. T-block. All right, we're making. This could be a double break coming up.
Yeah, if he gets an L piece or a
he should have an L piece coming up on this one. Yep, there it is. And that's 2.
Oh, he still needs to clear off that line.
Capral, not really. He's chilling, though. He's working.
He's not sending enough, because now he's going to send all of that back.
Yeah, that's 4 right there. Puzzle-sama working with a ton. He's got a line block coming up in about 4 more blocks. Capral is currently moving to make it through.
Oh, but he blocked off as well.
Not anymore.
It's okay.
Oh, yep, that's going to be massive. Yeah.
Capra would look like he was in a nice lead, but then
he was in a great lead. But that's like I think that's like the thing at that point is unless you're consistently sending like the bottom, like 2 or more lines at the bottom there with not a lot to go off of, you're not really like putting pressure, and it's the opponent has time to figure their way out of the scenario.
Yeah,
and then they're sending what you sent to them, back to you.
Yeah, no, it's looking a little. Ooh.
Oh, that's
That might.
No, he's got a line piece coming up. Capral can still be in this. Oh, no, he blocked himself off. Yeah. All right, that's round 2 to Puzzle-sama. In control. Never every moment he looks like he's in trouble, man works his way out.
Yeah, I mean, that's the heart of the Tetris game, to be honest.
They do call him Puzzle-sama, I suppose.
Yeah. Oh, I think he made a misplay there.
Did he? It looks cool as a cucumber if he did.
He put the T piece right there, and then straight up was like, and I saw him
T-spin?
move it.
Okay.
Oh. But then again, he's now fixed it with the T-spin, so I don't know.
Man's got an eternal poker face on. I can never tell if something's going in his favor, or I can never tell if something ever actually doesn't play out according to plan for him.
To be honest, watching him play, it feels like he always has a plan. He's not anywhere where he doesn't, like... He's comfortable everywhere.
Yeah, Capral not working with a lot right now. Definitely ahead, but that could change at any moment, especially considering he's not breaking too much.
Yeah, he's trying to build up something nice.
There we go. That's something to work with.
If you just open that well and the line piece coming.
He's got the line piece. All right, that's going to be pretty big. Builds up for Puzzle-sama. He's got to do a lot to work his way out of this one. Breaks 2 lines. All right, clearing.
Puzzle, I think, is trying to survive. He's just getting
Yeah,
line
he
by
is
line.
definitely just surviving at the moment, trying to make space so that way he can find his way back to his well. And he does. That's 2 lines. He's making his way back out, and Capral's having to move against the speed and try to play according to what he has on the board.
Oh, man.
Line piece incoming. Beautiful. All right, Capral's still in this. Puzzle Sama might actually lose.
Oh,
It's close, though. It's getting
ceiling.
towards the top. He's at the ceiling.
He just needs to set
Oh,
one
no.
nice line.
Yep.
Oh.
All right, Capral takes takes a round finally. Not free. Puzzle. He's still very much in this against Puzzle Sama.
I believe in comebacks.
I believe it could happen. Dude looks solid. It was a very good round for him. Started playing more with he started building more whenever he was not on very much, and it left Puzzle Sama in a really tricky scenario.
Yeah, I think Puzzle Sama has a very fancy way of playing, but I don't think this game requires you to be too fancy.
I don't think so. I mean, what's the fancy stuff in Tetris? You do
T-spins, T-spins, full clears, a bunch of all of that stuff.
It's it's the stuff that we've known for 40 years now, basically. Yeah.
But this game feels like it's just get the Tetris.
Yeah. Get your Tetris, clear your space, make your stuff happen.
Oh, Capra is looking a little.
Ooh, this is very messy. Yeah. He could make something happen with this, but Puzzle Sama is actually kind of sending it and taking it to him.
Yeah, Puzzle Sama gets the right LPs.
It must be terrifying being behind against this dude.
You just don't get any breathing room.
Nah, he's kind of schmoving.
Now he's just fighting to survive.
That's got to be it. Yeah. That's round 3 for game 1 goes to Puzzle Sama. We're doing 2 out of 3?
Yes.
Yes, I thought so. Okay.
Puzzle Sama just really clean with their gameplay. It's actually really, really good.
Has generally been the case as far as I've seen them come into GoTE, which I don't remember if they've been here the year prior to 2024, but I saw them last year, and I believe they won the bracket from last year for, I don't know if it was TGM. Oh. It might have been no, it wasn't TGM. I'm trying to remember the name of the game, but it was a game. Magical Drop, thank you. Okay. Yeah, Magical Drop 4, I believe.
Okay. So I believe they chose a different game mode. I don't think they're just playing normal.
Capral moved to Standard. Do you remember the differences between Standard and TGM?
Standard has, you can hard drop stuff, but gravity is a little bit heavier for it. And then TGM is you don't have hard drops, and gravity is a little slower. Because you can just make it fall faster.
I remember that. Because if you try to, whenever you do an instant drop in TGM, you still have time to move it horizontally before it locks in.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Despite the change to Standard, Capral is really struggling to get any footing right now against Puzzle Sama, who is honestly keeping it easy right now.
Sometimes you just got to play it simple.
Yeah, you really do.
But I feel like he's gonna have to fight to survive this. He's gonna have to start taking these lines
for sure. Oh man, this is not looking good. This is gonna be round 1 to Puzzle Sama, I believe. Yeah, okay, no, he got the line. Well, that's not a multi-break. It's only a single clear, so yeah.
Oh my gosh, the ceiling is.
Yeah, it's getting too hairy.
Oh boy.
All right, round 1 to Puzzle Sama, pretty definitively. All right, we're moving.
Oh, I know it. They're playing on the Akatsuki, the other mode, and that
is it
I think,
Asuka?
Yeah, and that makes it that it instant drops.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, gravity's
max. That's right. Is it the loser who picks the mode?
Yeah, no, it's I think that's the loser.
Yeah, I believe loser picks mode. Okay.
Yeah, and he's making an instant drop. That's why I was like, man, they're both playing really, really fast.
Yeah, okay, that makes a lot more sense. Then it seems Puzzle Sama's pretty. It seems like he can adjust pretty well to this, but okay, Capral's working much better this round with the speed than he was last round.
Yeah,
it seemed like he was struggling to adapt to the pace of what the game was asking from him.
It is a little wild for this one because when you're at max gravity, you have to set up the pieces so that it lands and you have time to move it and really think about it. But
that small second can mean the world.
Oh, it's meaning it right now.
Yeah,
they're both really close though.
A line break from Puzzle Sama. Yeah, they are kind of neck and neck at the moment. Both of them trying to find space to really make more than one line break. Because Puzzle Sama's only doing single lines right now compared to before.
Oh, yeah. Capral is just kind of surviving. He's just trying to set up stuff. But he did just send 2 over.
Yeah, this is effectively the Tetris equivalent to top decking in card games. Literally trying to find the next thing you can for survival.
Yeah, no.
It might go to Capral this round. Puzzle Sama's really struggling to get past the current blockade.
Oh yeah, no. He was doing. That first round, I was like, oh man, why would he pick something like this? But he seems like he understands what he's trying to do now.
All right, round 2 going to Caprol. We'll see how this one shakes out. Moving pretty well on this one, surprisingly. Did he maybe just need the one round to adapt? Is the man secretly nasty on standard Asuka?
Maybe.
Oh, that's 2 lines. That's 2 lines right there.
The beginning part isn't too bad, but like the setup and throwing trash over to your opponent would definitely mess me up.
For sure.
But I think that's what Caprol's preying on right now.
It might be, because it seems like Puzzle-sama's actually like not really doing a great job at adapting to the speed of Asuka at the moment. Because he had like he had an L block shape that he could have accounted for that he didn't really take, despite it being multi-break. I don't know if he was trying to set up or what.
Yeah. Crazy that, though, Puzzle-sama is setting up for a T-spin on the left there.
Sure. Oh, he got it.
Oh.
Okay, that could be massive, actually. Never mind. Trust the man with the plan. Caprol with a really awkward cross down there in the bottom. It's going to keep him from breaking stuff in a meaningful fashion for a while. But he's currently moving right now, getting the double line break.
I don't even know if that's trying to make it that it's hard to get the trash and just trying to make it that his pieces have to build up in a weird, awkward way.
Yeah.
Ooh. They're so neck and neck.
T-spin coming up. Beautiful. Not T-spin, but T-block. Line piece. Looking for a line piece right now. Any line piece.
I think he could put an L down, too. And
he could put an L down that's like the... no, not anymore.
No,
he needs the line piece now, yeah. He's got it. Well,
no.
Nope.
He has a hold, though.
He does have the hole. Okay, he made it. Round 3 going to Caprol. Very scary end of that round there. That could have gone either person's way at that moment exactly.
I wasn't even worried about the hold piece for a second. I was just like, what is he going to do?
I'm honestly surprised he had enough space to get the line piece over to the left. I thought it would have gotten like blocked off by something.
Yeah, I think that's why he put it down so the line piece that he had holding came out and then he could shift it.
Yeah, okay, fair enough. All right, Puzzle-sama currently holding a line block for the...
Well, that is
this
a nice
right
well
now.
on the
wow,
left.
That's massive. All right, there's a lot to work with here. Puzzle-sama looking pretty breezy at the moment. Caprol Wojtek having to work his way out of this situation.
It's not too bad for him.
It's not awful. He's got a line piece coming up, and he's mostly just building on the right at the moment. Getting ready for this quad break, I believe.
Ooh.
Builds up on Puzzle-sama.
Oh, but yeah, that's a huge
well.
well.
That's an insane well, yeah. That's going to be massive. There comes the line piece. Yup. All right, we're fighting.
He's fighting to survive. He has to do this.
Ooh. Not great. No, never mind. I think he's got it here. Yeah. Okay.
He's cleaning up as well. Oh my gosh, Puzzle-sama is also really up there too. What happened?
He made like an awkward placement of like an L block at some point, and it built up. But I think that might have been the goal.
We are on the last round for this.
Last round on game 2. This could go either way. Both competitors fiercely fighting it out. Wojtek getting 2 games up on Puzzle-sama after the first one, pretty convincingly on Asuka.
Yeah. Really fighting not to get sent to losers really early on. And I have to say I commend him on it.
I respect it. Puzzle-sama's a difficult opponent to fight as far as I can tell. Anyone that is able to take rounds off of him, I respect.
All right. I think he was trying to do something pretty fancy there, but I don't think it came out.
Puzzle-sama building for the line block on the 3 break here.
Oh, he's starting to send some crazy trash.
Oh, he's sending it all right. All right, Caprol Wojtek trying to get over to his line space
nice
there, making
Tetris.
the multi-break. That's massive. Looking at a very commanding lead right now. Puzzle-sama is in a pretty... This is a manageable situation, even though he's near the ceiling. Okay, yeah, he's working his way out.
Oh, yeah. Unless...
We need a block. The block incoming. Beautiful. The block in question.
Ooh. Oh, man. All that work he just did was just put right back. Caprol is actively... I think he's trying to fix up the well so he could send all the trash.
Here comes Puzzle-sama clearing the entire upper half of his section.
Jeez.
In sequence.
Oh, and sending it all back. Oh, no.
That's going to be tough. Still in it at the moment, but the speed is catching up to him while he's too close to the ceiling. It could get him. It's looking like it, but he's fighting. Same goes for Puzzle-sama, actually. He's getting close to the top as well, but it's It's looking pretty hairy on both sides here.
I think Capital had a big misdrop there. That could be it.
Uh-oh. It looks like it, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, that's game 5 to Puzzle Sama, taking it 2-0. Really close second game there from both players, actually.
That was really good. That was the first match. Like,
that was the first match, yes.
that was... They were... I don't even know. Like, Puzzle Sama in the beginning was setting up, doing T-spin, sending trash, and then as soon as it turned into the fast one, like Asuka, Carpal was just kind of being like, you know what? I get to play Tetris at my own speed now.
It seemed pretty comfortable for a minute, yeah. But there was a point where I think Puzzle Sama got like used to. He was building in the last few games a lot better than he was in those 2 games he lost against Capital. Obviously because he won them, but
yeah,
it seemed like he adjusted to the speed a lot better, and he was planning ahead more consistently.
I just like the first round, like I think you said it, and that he needed some time to like get to the speed because he had to play such a slow speed in the beginning. But then as soon as he got comfortable, he was just sending trash over. I thought he was going to beat him like 0-3, but then somewhere there, Puzzle just kind of was like, no, we're locking in.
Nah,
here.
I got this now. I've locked in. I've
just
written the script and I'm following it.
I think he needed some time to lock in and figure out the speed for it also. But yeah, no. Because I believe how the match set works is that whoever loses gets to choose which thing they do.
Yeah, the next mode, I believe.
And then
so it's like Asuka, Shinobi, Konoha. It's like all that stuff right there that you get to choose on that one.
Yeah, and then like because the first match is always going to be standard, and that is always just going to be normal Tetris. And some people play normal Tetris at a really fast rate.
Yeah, it's kind of crazy. We're moving to the next game. We got Normie Nick here against. I should probably wait for the name on this individual too. I definitely recognize this person though.
I believe he plays Smash Bros. I don't remember his name.
I see him at like every event. I'm really bad with names right now, unless I see you every week, and I see Nick every week.
That is true.
I do like Nick's strategy of coming in with the backwards cap. We'll see how it does for him.
Oh yeah, you know what? Just do the Ash catch up just instantly. You know,
Yeah.
at full power right now.
They got it right around. Then you spin it around.
Oh, is it not working? No.
I think we're trying to figure this out right now. We are playing on the laptop setup, I believe, aren't we?
Yes, we are.
I thought so. Okay.
I will say,
dang combos. Yeah, go ahead.
I will say though, while sitting here when we were setting it up, this song should not be on a Tetris game. This is way too funky.
I feel like a lot of Tetris music goes kind of hard, honestly. A lot of it, after a point, it's very EDM-y, and all of it's like, what if we made like the hardest EDM music?
Yeah, for Tetris, what is this?
You don't understand. Tetris is serious. Back when Tetris 100 came out, that game showed that. How's it going?
Oh, we're streaming.
Yeah, back when Tetris 100 came out, it kind of showed that there's just like Tetris demons lurking in every corner of the world.
Yeah.
Just people who, like housewives who have been waiting their entire lives to just body people on Tetris.
Just to prove that they can be the last one standing out of 100.
So like there's the Tetris demons are in every corner of the world. You will find them in the scariest places.
It's crazy that game
most unassuming.
It's crazy that game is still going.
It is. Well, honestly, that game's kind of sick.
I mean, like, it is fun. People, they do events, but, like, actively, whenever I do go, what's happening in Tetris 100? It's like, oh. And then now I'm like, now Tetris Grandmaster. Dude, Grandmaster stuff is insane. Have you ever heard of the challenge that you have to do to get to Grandmaster?
No. No, actually, I think Kevin's mentioned it to me before, but I don't really know what's up with it. No.
So, I believe, I don't know what it is for 4, but in 1, you have to get to a certain level, and then at the end, to get Grandmaster rank, while the credits are going, you can't see where your pieces are.
Oh.
And you have to get through the credits.
I think I've seen Kevin do this, actually.
Yeah, and it's insane.
This sounds familiar.
Just to get Grandmaster rank, and it's like, what? You just do that?
All right, I'm hoping we have our controller situation figured out now.
I do too. I think it's just the sake of like, I don't really know because we had to unplug it and plug it back in on the different things multiple times. So
it's always something, yeah. We use these laptops at the local here and there, and it feels like also the controllers aren't registering properly on them sometimes here and there.
God forbid.
It's very weird.
God forbid the thing works.
God forbid you plug in a device and the device just plays. All right, I think we're going now. It sounds like buttons are getting pressed. Not mine for once.
Oh.
Alrighty then.
I also didn't know that you can give me a Tetris game that has button inputs. That you're like, yeah, let's switch the buttons on everything. Like, what is this?
There's just a button to switch buttons?
Well, not button to switch buttons, but like there's a whole like button layout where you change it.
Yeah.
The default, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's how everyone plays it. Not on this game.
I did for a while not use more than my one button on Tetris. Because it was just, I would go with whatever the spin was, and I would just work with that. And now now it's like, okay, everyone uses more than just the one spin.
Yeah.
You have to spin back and forward and stuff and keep track of that. It's a lot of like, it's more motor skills than I'm used to for a game like this.
Yeah. Tetris, simple on paper. Getting through the rest of it, it gets a little crazy. But now,
I think we're moving in.
Oh,
we got Normie Nick versus Black Cyclone. Nick on TGM and Black Cyclone on Standard.
All right. So I know because Nick comes to the local that he does have some sets of practice in this game.
Nick likes puzzle games, and he generally tries to play them with Kevin whenever he can. He's honestly a pretty traditional man when it comes to gaming. He likes his Virtua Fighter, he likes Street Fighter, and he likes Tetris.
That is fair. I didn't know he liked Virtua Fighter, though.
He does like Virtua Fighter. If you talk to him about VF5, he goes crazy. Anyways, back to the game.
But yes.
We are currently building up on the right for, well, oh my god. Nick is currently holding pretty well against Black Cyclone while we go through a really quick round one.
Ooh, okay.
Black Cyclone struggling to get any footing.
Oh?
Oh, maybe there's a controller issue?
Oh, no.
Oh, dear. It turned out there was still a controller issue, in fact.
No.
Oh.
I wonder what's wrong with what happened with this button.
I don't know. I thought we were pretty good for a second. Apparently not. How's your day been so far?
Oh, it's been good. I mean, like, I woke up, got ready here, had a donut, and now, commentating with one of my favorite people from the local.
One of your favorite. I'm honored, honestly.
You know?
Despite the fact that you decided to say mean things to me yesterday.
Oh, we're still on this.
I'm never going to forgive it. It's never going to end.
But you know what? It's okay. Because you know what? We'll forget about it while we're watching Tetris.
We will forget about while we're watching Tetris because we got blocks. Well, we don't have blocks in front of us. We got controllers right now in front of us. But you know what? That's fine. That's fighting. That's fighting games. It technically is.
Technically,
it's really all competitive games ever.
All competitive games are like fighting games. Did you know?
Yeah, they're all like fighting games. They've got button checks because no one's controller works. All right, it looks like we're making it happen this time.
All right.
All right, beautiful. All right, for real this time. Alrighty then. Oh my. Okay, so we're checking. I think we're checking. Okay.
Okay, yeah. He won the first round.
Yeah. Fair enough. Okay, yeah. Nick gets first round. Yeah. What's up, Rick? All right, so Black Cyclone building on the right now that he has proper control of the game.
All right.
Making it look pretty good. Nick is currently dealing with a ton at the moment, trying to get through the blocks that have built up for him. Doing single breaks right now just to make space.
Right now, Black Cyclone is kind of just setting up to see. I think he's trying to send that one right.
Yeah, I think he's trying to send like right well at the moment.
To which I think it looks like.
It looks like Nick is doing... Okay, Nick's got it set up. He's going to have to try to break this bottom line so he can get to his next two sets of blocks, but it looks like he is currently sitting okay despite getting closer to the top.
I don't know. Right now, Black Cyclone is kind of sending bits and pieces to him, kind of overwhelming him slowly.
True. Okay, that's going to be a 4 break. Nick's back in it, and Black Cyclone loses the round.
Black Cyclone set up that tower, and Nick just kind of was like, all right, then I'm punishing you for that.
Yeah, it did look like Nick was setting up for like a multi-block break, even with like some of the blocks that had built up, and the pattern wasn't too complex. It looked pretty manageable. So... it seems like Nick has a pretty good handle of the situation because despite getting near the top, he kept cool. And Black Cyclone currently building on the right at the moment, breaking 2 different double line breaks.
Oh, that looks like it's going to be a little rough for Nick to get to that one little piece there.
Yeah.
Unless he, just cleans it.
Unless he just does it literally right now. Okay, never mind.
Oh, what a hold.
All right, T-block. We're breaking the pieces, breaking the lines.
Oh, he just keeps
Black
building.
Cyclone setting up for a massive break.
Oh, no, he just needs to send a couple more lines.
A couple more. He doesn't. Okay, here we go. This is another double line. Nick not looking great at the moment. There's too much to work with.
Nick was trying to build, I think.
Oh. He's struggling. Yeah. That's round 3 to Black Cyclone.
What Nick did was that he was trying to build on he was trying to clear it so he can clean it, but he kept building on top of the blank part on the left. Which in Tetris you cannot do if you're trying to get out of that.
It's true, yeah. There comes to be a point where you have to kind of abandon your strategy and just try to make space, so that way you can make another strategy happen. But we're looking pretty comfortable on both sides right now. Both people just trying to build their space right now at the moment.
Yep.
Trying to find a good break, and we get a double line break from Black Cyclone into a single, which builds the stack for Nick.
Ooh, Black Cyclone definitely did not mean to put that piece there.
Oof. He's working with it, though. The stride not broken yet. Okay.
Oh,
Nick
no.
currently looking pretty breezy right now, waiting for a T-block to do the double break. There it is.
Yep. Oh, and then he has the L piece.
Oh, wow. That's going to be a lot at once. That might be the round for Black
it.
Cyclone, unless he is able to recover. It's not looking like it. He's not finding the pieces he needs. Ooh. Oh, no.
No.
All right, he's still in. He's still in. Panicking. Oh, dear. Yep, that is round 4 to Nick, and that is game 1.
All right. I wonder what Black Cyclone is going to pick. Oh,
it seems like we're just moving back into it. We're sticking on standard.
You know what? To be honest, that is fair.
Fair enough. Work with what you get. Work with what you're comfortable with. If you're not sure, just stick with it.
Yeah, I don't think Black Cyclone was doing too bad. Also,
I think he was doing fine. Yeah.
So you know what? I agree with this decision. But
trying to make quick breaks now. I wonder if he meant to really put these pieces there, because it seems like he's actually just trying to make space to deal with these pieces that are now blocking his space.
Yeah. But Nick is just kind of just there. I think he's setting up for a T-spin. I can see it.
Nick is definitely setting up for a T-spin. There it is, yeah.
Oh, perfect.
All right, double break here coming up, or is he going to set up for like a bigger one? Okay, yeah, Nick's setting up for a bigger one. Beautiful. Black Cyclone currently dealing with like a mess right now.
Yeah.
The combination of what Nick has sent to him and also him trying to get rid of certain things.
He could still get out of this?
He could. It's a little tough. There's a lot of open spaces now. And he really can only keep single line breaking, and that's going to make things awkward, yeah. Round 1 to Nick.
Oh, both trying to do it right well, but different piece like drops. Like my favorite thing about sometimes with Tetris is like if you see 2 people, they might just do the same thing, or they just completely go off and just do their own thing. And I'm like, wait a second.
There's a lot of room for player expression, which I think is pretty impressive in a game like this. It's just throwing blocks into a giant rectangle.
Yeah, right.
But it's like you can do your own stuff with it. It's like art.
That is true. Everyone has their own type of their own style.
And it looks like Black Cyclone style is setting up for multiple line breaks right now because he has a big stack on the right. He has a big open hole on the right.
Yeah.
But not enough line pieces to make it happen with. While Nick is doing the exact same thing, I think, actually.
Yeah, you can use some of those L pieces because you don't only have to use a line piece.
And Nick takes round 2.
Ooh. Nick is winning convincingly right now, but it's okay.
I think so, yeah. But it's never too. I do think Black Cyclone can still make it happen. I do think the one thing maybe getting in his way is that he's moving way too fast in some scenarios and getting past himself.
Oh yeah.
Because Nick is definitely he's definitely taking time to think about his spots, his placement sometimes. Whereas I think Black Cyclone is trying to find openings that make sense and just immediately reacting to them.
Yeah. Because sometimes with Tetris, it's not just putting the block where it fits. It's kind of figuring out what you can put there before you have to put the block where it fits.
And that's not to say he doesn't have a plan, so much as to say that his plan is ultimately based around that thing.
Yeah.
Because the space there is clearly meant for that. All right, Black Cyclone currently holding pretty well.
cleaning up really nicely right now. If he can just open that well on the right, he could send so much trash.
Beautiful.
No.
Oh, I don't know about that. But he's still ahead of Nick right now, so he can make up for any mistake at the moment pretty well, while Nick has to currently deal with, the giant square into a line hole on his side.
Oh, boy.
But it looks like Nick might do it. He's making an opening.
That's 2 line pieces.
Oh, this is massive.
Oh, my goodness.
Nick's got a lot to deal with now. That double break has mattered a ton. And the speed is increasing.
Oh, boy. I wonder if the players can play around that speed increase, because sometimes a little bit of it is a little rough, especially when you get used to one.
It's true. I fear more for Nick, though, because he's much closer to the top than Black Cyclone is. But it looks like that might change soon.
Ooh, that line piece might end it.
Uh-oh. Nick needs a good opening. Pockets the line piece. Oh, this might be it.
Oh, that was really good,
yeah,
actually.
That's it. Nick takes round 3 against Black Cyclone and the set. Moving up in the bracket, we will see Black Cyclone in losers.
That was really good.
I thought it was a good set.
Nick,
I think Nick definitely had the what was obviously the advantage one throughout quite a bit of it, but I don't think Black Cyclone put up a bad fight at all.
No. He definitely had a game plan. He definitely tried to execute, and I think they did a really good job at it.
Would agree.
I think just Nick had a kind of a better understanding, I guess, if that was what I would want to say on that. But
I think Nick's strategy is more built in the fundamentals of what you need to win TGM, a game of TGM against another person.
Yeah, for sure.
For sure.
But you know what? Nick moves on. Black Cyclone has another chance in losers.
Got another chance. Always another chance.
Always. You can't quit until you're out. Okay?
Yeah. Not down. I'm not down until I'm dead.
Yeah, no, for sure.
You got to put me in the ground.
You have to literally make it that I cannot get back up.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Alrighty then. We got a donation here on this QR code and at this link right here for the kids. We're doing it right now for, what is the charity hospital?
I don't know.
Right, Leukemia Lymphoma Society. Please donate. We need help for all these kids out here right now that currently are in a bit of trouble.
Yep. And you just go to do that. Go to donorbox.org for the kids.
For the kids, or click or scan that QR code.
Yep. Oh, okay.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, because Oh yeah,
sorry. In 2015, we did $705 for the kids, and we're trying to multiply that by about 5 times right now, 6 times.
Yeah.
My math was a bit off. I apologize.
It was a good attempt,
I'm working on the fly here. But yeah, we could use your help for that in 2025. We really appreciate it. Thank you for watching.
For the kids.
Oh man. All right, it is all perfectly fine. Yeah, we're doing our best out here too. I appreciate it. I appreciate the help.
And it's looking like we have Juicy and Nick. All right. Well, what?
Yeah, we got Nick and Juicy coming up at the moment.
Oh, I can't believe this.
This is going to be a match for the ages. Mostly because I think it's Puzzle Sama is definitely Juicy's biggest threat coming into this bracket after he just won at Max in Georgia.
Yeah.
But I do think Nick is also a bit of a threat to Juicy. Because I do think that Nick is decently competent at the game, while also I'm pretty sure they play each other at the local more than a little bit on TGM.
Yeah, I think Juicy Juicy is really good. Like he said, he won a tournament for it. But I will say that Juicy's downfall from time to time is that he may not be quick to clean up. He does like to kind of take some sense of risk sometimes.
A little bit, yeah. All right, so we got Nick building up on the left at the moment. Name's changed.
Oh.
We are still on Black Cyclone for Nick, but otherwise they are in the right spots now.
Yeah.
All right, got the T block over here for Nick.
Oh, what is this
beautiful
setup he's trying to do?
Sure. They're both sitting pretty well at the midpoint, though. We got the right names now. Beautiful.
And I think, Juicy is really actively, I think it's just in survival mode right now, trying to clean up.
I feel like I feel like Juicy's setting up right now to build an awkward space at the left for Nick, because Nick is clearly favoring the left area right now. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
And now it's currently, the stack is building up for Nick with not a lot of room to work with. He's got to do a single line break to get to the line piece here.
What a tease.
All right, there we go. Beautiful. Nick held onto a line block just in case.
I think he's trying to set up for something else here. Because actively, like in the beginning, Nick did send a lot of trash, and Juicy had to kind of figure it out. But it seems like he has figured it out as I'm looking at it.
Double incoming, that's going to be the round for Juicy. Yep. Round 1 very definitively to Juicy. We'll have to see how Nick recovers from here.
Just look how quick he is to put down those
Jeez.
pieces.
Yeah, that's insanely fast. Kevin has played this game a decent amount. I would be shocked if he did not have a game plan committed to memory that he is able to execute with efficiency.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, that might have been an awkward placement for the T-block there.
Because
from Juicy.
Because when you're watching Juicy, he's probably watching both sides, because actively he is probably building to block what Nick is trying to do.
This is what Juicy did tell us as well. Is like a big part of this is playing like according to what your opponent is doing as well. Which I think you build that skill after you've gotten the fundamentals of this game down very well.
Oh yeah.
Which Juicy has the fundamentals and more, as he clearly went to another state and won a tournament for it.
Yeah.
Nick currently in a weird spot. He can get a line block to get to double break right now, but he's got a lot to work with. And he's going to have to get through this entire stack at the moment before he can get to the well on the right.
All he has to do is just open that one, and then that line piece.
Block. All right,
perfect.
Nick's back in it. Unless, okay, maybe not. Spoke too soon.
That commentator curse was crazy there. Unless.
That's tough. Nick's in a really awkward spot. He might. That'll be the round. Yep. Round 2 for Juicy, giving Nick a lot to work with. Kevin currently leaving a well open on the right at the moment.
Yeah.
While Nick is
he's trying to do the right too a little bit also.
A little bit, yeah. Leaving some spaces open so that way he can create a double break here with this line piece. Triple break, actually.
It is crazy how quickly Juicy is just going with this. But you know what? To be honest, Nick's board is not as full, so you know what? He has time.
He has time to figure out a game plan and how to put Juicy in the ground, which might be easier said than done, but I believe in Nick.
Ooh, that line piece on the right. Okay. Still sending a little bit of trash, and Juicy has to deal with it.
Yes, sir.
Or what Juicy might do is build and just kind of not have to clean up.
I see what's about to happen. Yep. Set up for multiple breaks so he can get access to the stuff on the right. He's going to make it a giant opening that'll get like a double break on more than likely. Oh, no, never mind. He's currently getting boxed in a little bit. Nick looking pretty comfortable right now.
He doesn't lose his cool. Nick definitely is very good at just keeping calm and collective in high tense situations.
Juicy making a great recovery, though. They're both neck and neck, though. Like, I think Juicy is definitely in control at the moment because that break right there is what made me think that was the case.
Oh, yeah.
So now Nick actually has a lot to deal with. Here comes another double. That might be it for Nick unless he is able to make something happen. Nah, he's getting stuck. Yep, that is game 1 to Juicy.
All right, well, maybe they try to change it up, go to... Actively, I would stay at normal against Juicy.
I don't know what you really do because I think Juicy's played on all these modes a decent amount.
Yeah, but
I think the most you could do is maybe throw him off his game a little bit, like increasing the speed might make it so he has to strategize differently. But then you have to play fast as well. Oh,
we are doing the giant block.
We're doing this is Konoha?
Yes, Konoha.
I'm interested to see what this is going to look like.
So what happens is that the pieces are giant, but the game also gives you like
multiple blocks.
Yeah.
It's the traditional Tetris pieces, but since they are giant, they break off into multiple individual blocks that make the shape up.
And these matches can go by really quickly.
We're playing Guilty Gear Strive now. You get hit once and die.
Yup. Imagine every hit was a counter hit.
Yeah. All right. Nick working with a lot. Juicy currently building up pretty well.
Juicy is just kind of speed running, but you know what?
Yep, here comes the L block, and that's round 2 for Juicy. Looking like a quick set potentially.
This game mode is really quick, to be honest.
It seems so. You hit the top so fast if you mess up.
Not even that. Just Juicy
Oh,
said,
wow.
oh, that was such a good clear.
Wait, actually, Nick might be in this still. Nick might be kind of nasty.
Unless...
Uh-oh.
they
Please. All right, he got it. He's still... Oh, no.
Oh,
just
my
loses still.
goodness.
Game 2 to Juicy. Is that the set?
Yeah, that was the set.
Okay. Who's calling?
He was...
I'll take that call in a minute.
He was definitely really convincing. I was like, oh my gosh, he's coming back. And then Juicy just kept cleaning, and it just kept sending things back. That game mode is funny.
That's pretty... It's funny and brutal at the same time. One bad piece placed, and you're just dead at that point.
Oh, yeah.
All right. Well, I believe... is that Juicy moving up to Winners Finals?
I believe so.
Yeah. All right, Juicy in Winners Finals. Very exciting. We'll see him there soon. I believe we have another opponent to decide still on the way there, and we still have losers to go through.
Yes. Which, to be honest, this losers bracket is going to be kind of crazy. Because I'm confident that Juicy might go through and get to Grands, but everyone that is in losers right now, from what I've seen, has an understanding and definitely, like, I don't know how to explain it without like overdoing it, but like they know what they're doing. I think they just need time, and they as long time and execution. That's all I was trying to say.
Yeah, that just comes to playing the game more. Sometimes you figure it out in brackets. Sometimes you drown in pools. You never know.
So yeah, it do be like that.
It do be like that. That's how it works when you go fishing.
You make a joke about your shirt?
I might have. It turns out
this was the setup the whole day.
This was the setup for the entire day. I saw the shirt and I was like, this is the day now. Forever.
This is the bit.
Okay. Moving back. We're going to have Puzzle Sama. I believe this is Critical Effect.
Yes.
I wanted to call him Critical Edge for a second, but that is a different thing entirely.
That's a whole different game.
That is Soul Calibur 6.
Good game, by the way.
I like it.
I will not be told otherwise.
I will tell you otherwise. Currently setting up our controllers right now. Another Kanba Obsidian comes to the stage.
Please hope it connects.
I don't know if it was I don't know if it was Nick's controller before, if it was Black Cyclone's. It seemed like Black Cyclone had more trouble with his controller than Nick did.
I think Black Cyclone was also using a Pro controller, and
was it a Switch Pro controller?
Yeah, and
okay.
Those usually don't like computers.
You don't say. Now we're figuring our way out over here.
Yes.
So Critical Effect is no slouch when it comes to puzzle games, considering that these are like the other games that he plays a lot of.
Oh yeah, no. As a person who's seen him play other puzzle games, he is cracked. He's really good at these.
He's pretty good.
I think maybe the same level as Juicy. Maybe even a little better.
I'm not entirely certain. I don't think I've seen Critical Effect play puzzle games as much. I'm sorry, I haven't seen his games with Juicy as much. So I'm not entirely certain, but I'm looking forward to it. I think this is my first time actually seeing him play like at a tournament. No, I saw him at Magical Drop last year. Actually, he was quite good.
Yeah,
I think he took a game off of Puzzle Sama in that bracket.
I wouldn't know. I definitely didn't.
I'm just trying to remember correctly on my own. No one needs to follow up on that. That's fine. All right, we're figuring out buttons right now. What do you think on Gabe's chances in this matchup?
I want to say neck and neck, because like I said, I think he's the same level as Kevin. So I think, truth be told, I think he will be the first roadblock for Puzzle Sama.
I would probably agree. Yeah. While I do see Puzzle Sama generally dominate these games, it does feel like Juicy is the most consistent blockade for it, roadblock for him. But Gabe probably is the next one after that. But we'll have to see, though. I don't know how much Gabe's been playing TGN in preparation for this, so I'm excited to see what's happening here.
I mean, like, as long as you've been playing Tetris, you're just chilling, clearing lines, you should be fine. That's all the practice you need.
I believe you can make it happen. Yeah.
Let's just hope these buttons are right. But Yeah, how you feeling about TGM4? Do you like watching this?
There's blocks. No, yeah, this is a pretty fun game actually. I do not have a ton of puzzle game experience. I can look at the blocks and see what's happening, but I have not played too many of these games. I do like Tetris, like on a very base level, like the way that like, I don't know, someone who likes sports would probably be like, yeah, basketball's pretty cool, but I don't watch it often.
Yeah, that's fair.
But no, this is fun. I do like watching the different strategies and seeing what people come up with and how they react to certain things. How certain players try to brute force certain scenarios, stuff like that. How I can look at like how like someone who clearly plays this game a lot like sets up their and everything and what their strategy is and how that gets interacted with by the other opponent.
It will always be interesting just how far this game has come.
There's a lot of fighting game fundamentals in this.
Like neutral beginning round start currently right now.
Right now, yeah. This is like what is it? Round start / slash.
Yes. Currently right now, Puzzle Sama has a well on the left and Critical is a well on the right. Currently, also cashing in a nice 3 block right there.
Yep. Trying to build at the moment on the right with Critical Effect. Puzzle Sama, I believe, is building a pretty meaningful stack over there in the middle. So begins the breakdown.
Yes, but a Critical is just kind of, as soon as he sees 3, he sends it. He's not trying to do anything pretty.
He's not trying to do anything crazy. He's just trying to play the game.
To be honest, valid strategy.
That's a 4 break. That's going to be a massive build up there, but Critical Effect seems to be ready. Currently breaking bit after bit, while Puzzle Sama sits pretty comfortably near the bottom of his block currently.
Ooh, that line piece. I think he might. Nope, he's not going to use the L piece for that.
All right, building up to the top right now. Critical Effect's getting close to the ceiling.
No, all he has to do is kind of clean up this thing and open up that well real quick, and he should be fine.
He should be fine, but it's getting a bit tougher now.
Yes.
More stuff is getting sent his way. Another double line break from Puzzle Sama. That's going to build right now. Yep. And he's got some awkward placements. Yep, that's going to be it for round 1.
All right. So let's see. It's looking like he's going for a little bit of a center well. I think they're both going for center well.
Seems that way. Does it feel like it's a bit easier to play from the center a bit more, so that way you're ready for like more than a few other scenarios?
To be honest,
because you're not fully dedicating yourself to either side.
In a situation like this, yes. So because like, if they play anything else, then you can kind of just either follow or counter. But the middle, it feels like anything can kind of happen because you're not directly in the middle. But I'd say it'd feel better to play on the wall because like the pieces in this game, when you really think about it, if you can just kind of make a little mountain, you can kind of build down, and it'll be kind of easier to clean up.
Yeah, it's like a staircase. Yeah. All right, we have a massive center well right now for Critical Effect.
What a good T-spin.
Massive T-spin. That'll give him a bit to work with here. Puzzle Sama does look pretty comfortable right now, though. Not a lot of open spaces. He can react to a ton of stuff at the moment.
Ooh, that's going to be another Tetris.
But Critical Effect looking even better right now, near the bottom with multiple lines built up. Looking to send more stuff Puzzle Sama's way.
Ooh, this might end it.
This could potentially do it.
Oh,
still close. He's still in there. Still making the line breaks. Not able to send anything Critical Effect's way, though, at the moment. Oh, here we go, though. That's a double line break.
Ooh.
And
he is.
That might be the round. Awkward places.
That one L piece was insane.
All right, Critical Effect takes round 2. This is actually quite an even match right now.
As I expected. Like I said, this back and forth. I've seen Critical play a bunch of other puzzle games, and he just has a fundamental understanding of what to do, what he wants to do, and how he's going to do it. But right now, it's looking like
I feel like the setup that Puzzle Sama has is a little bit more awkward right now. But
yeah,
once you get past the current block at the middle, I think it gets a bit better for him, whereas it seems like the way that Critical Effects is being built up right now is actually going to get worse for him as it goes on.
Oh, yeah. I get what you mean. It's just... like, I don't know what he's going to do about that. Did he mean to do that? I thought he was going to put the L piece... line piece
I
in
do not
moving.
know. All right, we've got a line piece coming up, so this is his best chance to make a comeback.
Yeah, he had to do that, or critical effect is going to cash in.
He's not in a great spot even with that break, though. This might be the round for Puzzle Sama, or well, for critical effect rather. Yep. Round 3 going to critical effect on game point.
All right. Same well.
All right, despite losing round 1, critical effect looking really good these last 2 rounds, building at a comfortable pace, chilling out. Puzzle Sama left in a lot of awkward scenarios.
It was a really clean Tetris that he did round start there.
All right, massive well in the center for critical effect right now, holding pretty comfortably while making multiple line breaks. Puzzle Sama trying to build a lot right now, looking like he might get it.
Ooh.
As he gets a multi-line break and has more pieces incoming that he can make more with.
Oh, he could have sent another multi-line piece too, but I mean, you know what? The setup. He likes to do the setup, but sometimes I'm like, why don't you just cash out?
I feel like you should just cash out in some of these scenarios because it was a lot to work with there, and it could have been massive, but he was like holding still for whatever reason.
Sometimes you can get too greedy in these puzzle games, and that's what people prey on from time to time.
True. Triple line break. All right, this might be pretty massive coming in for Puzzle Sama. It might have paid off. But critical effect is still sitting like on the lower half of it right now, while Puzzle Sama is having to deal with a lot. That is game 1 to critical effect.
That one was really good. I think he saw that he was really high up, and then he was just like clean well, then line piece straight down.
Makes sense, yeah. All right, what are we operating on? We stick with normal. Yeah, we're sticking with normal. Okay.
It's always good. It's nice to be normal sometimes in that game. It's just like, you're just not trying to overthink it.
We're not all trying to gamble.
Dude, like, playing at high gravity is really rough from time to time. But currently right now, Puzzle Sama with the right... Oh, center well. Ooh. That's a weird T placement right there. Critical is definitely going to have to figure that one out.
Ooh.
Let's T-spin.
Okay, we got it. Okay, that's a double line break. Puzzle Sama building up at the center currently, but he's got a really awkward well right there built up from critical effects blocks that were broken. But it seems like we are moving right now still. Unperturbed, unbroken.
I'm telling you. All you have to do... Oh, that was a nice one. Just going to just keep building, keep sending. You don't need to overthink it at all, period. T-spin? Yep. And I think that might be... Nope.
They're both still... Puzzle Sama is still in this, but it's getting way too close to the top. This is where it's going to get really awkward for him. Yeah, that's round 1. Critical effect looking so clean right now. Lost the first round last game, but is just hammering it home now.
He is just chilling.
Dude needed 1 round for data, and it's all of a sudden like, nah, I got this.
Like saying, I think Puzzle Sama is trying to set up so much, and this game is not about that, because I don't think you get like a bonus for doing T-spins or anything like that.
I don't think you get anything too crazy. Yeah, really you just want to build your lines and break them. I don't think it's anything more complicated than that. And that's mostly what critical effect is doing. Whereas Puzzle Sama is like, I don't know what's going on with this at the moment. There's a lot of open spaces and not a lot to work with.
Yeah, critical is just kind of sending things right now. Oh, he might just try to build off of that. Yep. Like...
Line piece incoming. This will be a massive break for Puzzle Sama.
But I don't think it will really do anything other than add a really good attempt. Oh, he blocked it. He was going to try to clean the 2 on the right so that he could open the well and cash out, but he messed up somewhere there.
Oh, that's tough. All right, round 2 going to critical effect. Looking...
I believe we're on game point.
Looking pretty dominant right now. Yeah, this is a set point for critical effect. Puzzle Sama gonna have to do a lot here to make up the deficit. Setting up for a T-spin right now. Yes, sir.
All right, that was a good one.
Critical effect setting up for a right break.
That was... Ooh, he cashed out on that well on the right. But because he did that, he kind of helped critical there.
No line pieces for critical effect coming, though. This is actually quite awkward for him. Looking to pivot to a different strategy, though. Really smart from him.
Sometimes you have to do survive, and then line piece. There we go.
Multi-line break. There we go. That's going to build up for Puzzle Sama. And we are currently in a good scenario right now for critical effect, whereas Puzzle Sama's got a lot of spots to deal with. And not a lot of room to send stuff.
Yeah, but if Puzzle Sama clears that...
Okay, he's got a line piece incoming for this triple line break. Yep. Okay, it was double actually because of the way the openings were from the stuff that Critical Effect sent. Double break. We're still in this very much, fighting neck and neck at the moment, near the middle of the pack. Ooh, things looking tough for Critical Effect. This might be Puzzle Sama's first round coming up. Could be anyone's game, though, still. These are both two very fierce competitors.
All right, I like that.
Double break from Critical Effect.
It is completely switched sides. They are just going back and forth and clearing this.
The pendulum swings the other way, but the speed increases, and it's looking really tough for Puzzle Sama as Critical Effect continues to clear with the speed, but Puzzle Sama's ceiling is getting closer and closer.
Oh, I think this might be it.
Might be it, and that's game 2 to Critical Effect. He takes it and moves up to Winners Finals to play Juicy.
That was really good on Critical Effect.
That was fantastic, actually. That's too blurry. We don't know what any of that is.
Oh, no. He has 2 blurry keychains. You should get a refund.
For real. Why are they selling blurry keychains?
That's right.
That's crazy. You got scammed, brother.
But yeah, no.
Good stuff from Critical Effect. We will see him again. And Puzzle Sama as well, more than likely.
Sending Puzzle Sama to losers after a match that we saw in the beginning?
Pretty massive.
Kind of crazy.
Pretty massive. I do expect to maybe see Puzzle Sama in top 3, but we'll see how Nick handles him if he's able to get there.
Yeah.
Well, I'm trying to think of where Nick ends up, because I think maybe there might be some people in Nick's way. Actually.
I mean, I'm more trying to see what's going to happen between Juicy, because it's going to be Juicy and Critical, and then they're going to whoever Puzzle Sama beats, or whoever those two, like whoever leaves between those two, is going to have to fight Puzzle Sama. And
more than likely,
we're gonna have to see how that one goes. Because then that means whoever's in grand finals, I think my money is going to have to be on them for that one.
Honestly,
But remember, y'all, we are doing this for the kids. Donatorbox.org for the kids. Help us raise more money than we did in 2015. Is it 10 times?
It's 6 times.
6 times more.
6 times more than what we raised in 2015. 705 to 4260.
Yep.
Would much appreciated. You can scan the QR code as well. Appreciate any of the help. Oh man, some intense games out here today.
Is this just Tetris?
It's just Tetris, he says.
Well, no. I mean, like, you look at Tetris on a surface level, and you're like, it's just blocks.
It's just blocks that fall, and you clear them.
But then you have someone, and you're like, wait, you have people who actually really put love and time into this game, and it's like...
But wait, it turns out inside one of the blocks is a knife ready to stab you for trying to also play blocks.
But...
As long as there are people, there will be competition. And as long as there are blocks to break, you got Tetris people.
Yeah.
Coming out of the shadows.
As long as there's a 2-player game for it, there's going to be someone who's going to want to be better than everyone.
We say as there is definitely a Mario Party thing happening later with Ian.
Oh, boy.
This man always has Mario Party in the pocket.
It's a good game. Oh, well.
I think it's Jamboree, but he brings 2 a lot as well. So I don't know. I think it's 2 that Ian mostly runs.
I think most Mario... I mean, like... I don't know. I never played 2. I don't remember which one that one's on.
All right, but we got Puzzle Sama, I believe, playing. I don't know. I think we're trying to figure out right now.
Yeah, I think they're trying to find something.
Maybe something dropped. I think it is Nick and Puzzle Sama, because I think that's Nick's stick right there. Oh, it's Puzzle Sama and Black Cyclone. My apologies. Okay. So yeah, that's what we got coming up next. We'll see how that pans out.
Man, I want to play Tetris now. I just want to be able to play this game.
It's a cool game. All right, we got Black Cyclone at the table.
All right,
ready to play some games. Here's hoping the controller issues have been resolved.
Yeah, I think it just might be a Steam input type thing.
Maybe.
But I mean, like, since they fixed it the first time, it should just work.
Hopefully.
Let's hope.
Does make me want to watch some other brackets at some point here and there to see what all the other Tetris killers are doing out there.
Right?
Yeah, like what's the big strategy right now from like the top dudes?
I wouldn't really know. for this game. Because like I said, I come from Tetris where like Tetris isn't even like the craziest move that you can send to someone. You have to learn T-spins. And learning how to set up T-spins.
I legit only started learning about T-spins because of Puyo Tet.
Yeah,
and I didn't like learn them for competitive. It was just like, oh, this is how you actually send blocks to the opponent if you're playing the Tetris against Puyo.
Is it not just like a block-based thing too?
Well, I think you're supposed to do like particular maneuvers to get like to send more stuff over to the opponent's side. But I don't remember 100% with Puyo Tet because it's been a while since I tried playing it.
But here we are.
All right, here we go. We got Black Cyclone versus Puzzle Sama. We got Standard for Black Cyclone like before, and TGM for Puzzle Sama. And we are off to the races.
Let's see how this one goes. It seems that Black Cyclone looks like he's setting up something very awkward on the right here.
He's setting up for some Picasso painting right now for sure. Oh my lord, that was crazy actually. I did not know about that.
Oh, he's sick with it.
He's nasty, holy crap. Alright, but Puzzle Sama looking pretty breezy. That didn't really affect him too much. That was cool though.
It was a flex.
It was an insane flex.
But it did not send trash.
No, it did not at all. We're trying to make something happen on Black Cyclone's side. He's adjusting.
He's definitely going to have to clean up while Puzzle Sama just has so much space to just kind of take his time. But you know what? We've seen it where even if you have that much space, it just comes right back. Ooh, I think he has an L piece, and then he can set up to send another double. Yep.
Currently working with a lot on Black Cyclone's side while Puzzle Sama is pretty breezy.
Yeah, he is having to fight for survival. He has to keep this ceiling down.
Ceiling's getting closer and closer, but it's Black Cyclone is clearing, but for every clear that is being done, more is filling in its place because of Puzzle Sama's pace.
Unless,
never mind. What ceiling? There is no ceiling anymore. I have open space.
Like saying, it's never over until it says
never
it's
give
over.
up, never surrender. Exactly what John Cena said.
I don't know if we should be quoting this John Cena right now. Or see what Arky is going
Don't worry about what's happening on TV right now. Puzzle Sama getting near the top though. Suddenly, this has completely flipped sides in terms of dominance, and Black Cyclone taking round one. Killer, that's insane.
You know, after he flexed, I think he deserved that round.
I kind of agree. That was a nasty flex. What in the world? The man clearly has some vision here. I do not know what it is, but I think he's gonna do the thing he did before.
You know what? Let him cook.
I'm letting him cook. I can't stop him. Physically, I cannot.
I wonder what Puzzle Sama is doing over here, though.
Playing traditional Tetris, I think.
I think so. So all I saw was that bottom line there, and I'm like, I want that off my screen.
Yeah, meanwhile, I'm looking at Black Cyclone, and I see Tony Hawk happening. We're doing ollies and stuff over here. Like so. Oh, dear.
Oh, no.
That was not what he wanted. Nah. Really awkward scenario. This is not going to go well for Black Cyclone. Going to have to do a lot to recover here.
You know, it's a bad situation, but we just did see Black Cyclone completely come back.
It is
so
true.
Know what?
I will not count him out completely. All right, well, we got... Oh, no, it built up too quick.
There was a lot of space that he just took up with that one.
Round two to Puzzle Sama. Not a bad recovery from Black Cyclone. I think he could have afforded to break the two lines he was on a bit sooner. Because waiting actually costed him, but it is what it is.
Oh, we are setting something up again.
This is a devious man with destructive plans.
Oh, but I think Puzzle Sama was setting something up on the left wall, too.
Clearing the line. What do we got cooking over here? Two line break, you got it.
Ooh, T-spin double back to back. Oh, my goodness.
Black Cyclone is setting up for a crazy series of line breaks on the right over here. How is he going to get this one? Oh, my lord. The wrecking crew over here.
Oh, he is just... Even if it's not sending anything over, he's at least cleaning up fast enough to make it like, okay.
I'm not damaged too much by this. There's not a lot I have to concern myself with. Yeah. What? Okay.
I don't know about that move.
I don't know about that one either. That seemed a little awkward, but you know what? We're here. Puzzle Sama currently building up on the right at the moment, sending 3 blocks, then sending 3 lines at the moment, sending 3 lines here and there. That is round 3 to Puzzle Sama.
Now, does he do it again? Does he set up something crazy again?
I think the man only knows craziness. It seems like he's always got some tricks planned.
You know what? That's okay. I get it.
Puzzle Sama opting for a more traditional strategy.
Yeah, just sending a nice little 2-piece over there.
Ooh, awkward space built up right now for Black Cyclone. Have to do a lot to clear this, but the man's making it happen. Oh my lord.
Oh my gosh.
That's like a double T-spin.
I think Puzzle's trying to set up for a T-spin too.
I think so. I don't know if it's a T-spin. I think he's just placing the T-block, yeah. All right, now we send the triple. Okay, this is going to be pretty tough for Black Cyclone. It's getting closer and closer to the ceiling. He can make it happen, though. The man's shown us the wizard ways. Clearing bit by bit, making space.
He just has so much room to play with. I just want to know how Black Cyclone's going to get out of this one.
I don't know if he is. Yeah.
Yeah.
Tough. That's game 1 to Puzzle Sama. I have to wonder if like he's trying to also do crazy stuff while he's near the top as well, because it seems like he's not really taking any urgency to actually break the lines very consistently.
Yeah, I mean, sometimes when you're at the ceiling, you should slow down a little bit, but like setting up for more, like there's method to the madness, and the sake that he won, and he did do crazy things, and it came back, and he won because of it. But like, I think he got lucky the first time.
I don't know if I attribute all of it to luck, but there definitely seems to be a bit of a craziness factor. Yeah,
I will say, I didn't want to attribute all the luck in the sake of like he got like his piece that on the right, where was, like the Q pieces were really good for him.
They were crazy, yeah.
But that is not something you should always bet on.
All right, it seems like we're opting for a more traditional style this time from Black Cyclone. He's breaking in a much more normal way, and it seems like it's working out for him because Puzzle Sama's kind of built up on the right quite a bit. Middle, rather, but yeah. Oh, we're building up for some massive breaks right now on Black Cyclone's side.
I was wondering what he was going to do for that.
This might actually be like a really good situation for him if he can get more breaks soon. Yep, looking like it. But Puzzle Sama reacting pretty well to what's being sent his way. All right, I say that, and then it gets built up really badly for him, actually, so it's getting pretty dangerous. Ooh, still making it happen. Fighting for his life, but making it happen.
He's looking for a specific line piece.
Ooh.
Oh, nope, yep.
He's working his way out. Oh, no, there's still more. Oh. That might be it for this round on Puzzle Sama, yeah. That's round 1 to Black Cyclone. Opting for a more standard starting approach worked out.
Yeah, see?
I do agree with the change to start normal and then do your crazy stuff after you built some space.
I wonder what he's trying to do? Because he completely did just slow down there to set stuff up. Puzzle Sama, though, it's looking like he's trying to send a middle well.
Looks like he's trying to send a message.
Oh, another T-spin.
Another one. That's a triple line break. That's crazy. All right, I'm liking this. I'm liking this a lot more now. Let's go. Puzzle Sama, though, with a lot of space to work with. Really weird break on those lines, on those pieces, though, but will more than likely be okay as he opens a lot of space on the right.
There we go.
Black Cyclone, though, no slouch as well.
He was just cleaning those lines one by one, really quickly, though. Taking no time.
Ooh. Nice. This could still be anyone's game, honestly. They're both playing at about the same pace.
Yeah. I think, though, Puzzle is kind of taking more urgency about trying to clean up the well so he can send it back.
I think so, too, and it's clearly paying off for him right now as Black Cyclone has a lot to deal with. Ooh. Not out of this yet, though. Man's making it happen. Works his way out of the gutter. dear. What a recovery.
He said, "Watch
okay.
me."
Not a full recovery yet, but he's not out of this yet. Ooh, that might be it actually. Really unfortunate scramble on the placement for the T block. Okay, we are on. That was round 2 to Puzzle Sama. Yes. All right, we're building up right now at the center for Puzzle Sama, whereas Black Cyclone has some crazy L-spin built down there.
He's again. That's a T-spin.
Oh, is it? It is a T-spin. You're right. Yeah.
Yep, right there.
Jeez.
He's really good at setting them up really quickly.
He really is. That's crazy.
Like I saw Puzzle Sama do it a couple of times. I was like, okay, that's pretty good. He just sets it up instantly. He's like,
it's all the man wants. He only wants one thing, and it's disgusting.
If you knew how to do it, you want to set it up all the time,
100%. No, if I knew how to do that, I'd be doing it all the time, too. The man is correct. All right. Looking a little awkward for both players right now, though.
Yep. And you got another T-spin to send a nice bit of trash over. Oh!
That's a tough situation for Puzzle Sama. More stuff being sent his way. Kind of going back and forth, though. I send one your way, you send one mine.
Oh, that's a nice open well for the line.
That's massive. That could be it for Puzzle Sama. Oh, no, not yet. It did not build up yet. Okay.
I think he was capable of cleaning it before it sent.
That's probably what it was, yeah. Okay, we're still neck and neck here. No multi breaks yet. Could only opt for single on Black Cyclone's side right now. Same for Puzzle Sama, though. It looks like he doesn't have a ton to work with and not a lot of space to use either. Ooh. We are fighting for survival, and we fail as Black Cyclone takes round 3. Yeah. Sorry, I saw the name change to his Twitter handle for a second there and got confused. I was like, that doesn't say Black Cyclone.
Imagine not having the same Twitter handle as your username. But
all right, we're building up on right for Black Cyclone, and I think on left for Puzzle Sama?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
See, I saw him setting up for the T-spin again, and then you could instantly see him just be like, you know what?
You know what? I respect it. Sometimes you just need to send it.
You just need to know when to block.
Yeah. Not everything's got to be fancy offense. Sometimes you just play safely.
Yeah.
All right, Puzzle Sama with the T-block on the double break there. We're kind of moving at a similar pace. However, Puzzle Sama is a bit behind. The winds of change could happen at any moment, though, as Lord knows any one multi-line break could be sent someone's way.
Yeah, no. Black Cyclone is really trying to fight so that he doesn't have to... Because I believe he's on... it's Puzzle who's up by 1, right?
What?
Puzzle's up by 1, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, he's trying his best to show off before he either wins or loses. Who knows?
He could take this round. He could take this game very convincingly.
I think he could.
Despite how hairy some of these rounds get for him, he does recover a lot of spots and do quite well. And when he pops off, but he's not popping off right now. He might actually be eating it at the moment because this is really awkward for him.
No.
Yeah.
He moved it back. I saw what he was trying to do.
All right, game point for both players. We'll see how this follows up. Set point for Puzzle Sama, though.
All right. Okay. Setting up his little tower on the right. I can see it.
I believe.
The Puzzle Sama just kind of sending trash over. It just seems like the better strategy at that moment.
It does. If you spend a lot of time setting up for for even like a slightly more complicated strategy, any blocks being sent your way to interfere with that could like completely wreck your plan.
Oh yeah.
The smallest little thing getting in the way.
Oh, I think he's deciding to fight for survival, clean up a little bit.
I think that is the correct play right now, is to clear as much as possible and work your way back from the bottom. Puzzle Sama not having to worry about that at all. Big chillin' over here.
That's what happens when you don't need to be all too fancy.
It's true.
Unless. Oh, he is just sending things. He's cleaning up.
That is the play, yeah. Oh, massive. Okay, that line break wasn't the craziest, but we've got better space to work with here. Ooh. Oh, it's getting closer to the top. This is a really awkward scenario. That's it. That's the game that's set for Puzzle Sama. Moving up in losers. Oh, wait, no. Is it 3? What?
I think they accidentally pressed it. They're going back to the player configuration. Not player,
okay.
the button configuration.
All right, cool. All right, good games from Black Cyclone. Really enjoyed that set from him, actually. Made some nasty moves, some cool plays.
Dude, after I saw the double T-spin the first time, I was like, what is this man doing?
I was thrown aback by that. That was awesome.
I was like, this man definitely plays Tetris Puyo. He's like, you know what? I like my game. He just entered because he was like, Tetris is here. I get to do some things. I get to flex.
I don't know how common that stuff is in Tetris, but like anyone like that, any enthusiast of anything, I'm sure something looks simple to you after a point, but to the untrained eye, that looked nasty.
It was funny just seeing him set up and both of us being like, what is he doing? And just seeing him just teleport down is just like, my bad.
All right, you got it. Nah, he's the one up there, not me. He's right.
There's a reason we are commentating.
There's a reason we are over here commentating. Like right now, to tell you about donating to GoTE 4theKids. Go to the link down in the bottom, donorbox.org/4thekids, or the QR code. We raised $705 in 2015. We're trying to multiply that by 6 for 4,260 this year in 2025. All right, we are at 185, you said? 155. Wait, what'd you say? 155 away from 2K? All righty then.
We're
so
cool. Close.
We're a little bit around halfway there at the moment, and we're only about an hour into the event or so. Fantastic timing right now.
Remember, this is for the kids.
Very cool. Love to hear it. Love to see all the support. Loving everyone showing up for the kids. I know Angel's going to be really happy.
It's just amazing to be able to like be here for something like this, and also it's amazing to hear that people are willing to donate for the kids, for such a good cause.
It says it right there. Yeah. If you can't think of anything else, just think about the kids.
Right.
You're doing it for them, and for all the good you're doing for them.
And on top of that, it's also a great community here at, Gamers on the Edge.
Oh, for sure.
Like, get to hang out, play games like this, and it's not just like fighting games.
Hang out, have some fun, get griefed by Prince Jobber. We'll see him later, don't worry. You don't worry about that man right now. You'll see him in Guilty Gear.
Is he commentating Exert or
No, he's
Strive?
going to probably be in Grand Finals for Exert and Strive both.
That's crazy.
All right, we're moving to, this is going to be Normie Nick and Capra Wojtek.
You said Prince, not King. What?
No, I said Prince Jobber, so we're talking about Kevin.
Yup, my bad. But no, what?
No, the King will be here, but I think he is here for Fatal Fury.
Well, you know what we're here for? More Tetris. Nick in Caprol. Caprol, yes.
Yeah, Caprol Wojtek. Sorry, I said Capra Wojtek. That was my mistake. All right, we are currently building up right now for a massive well on the right from Nick. Capra Wojtek just kind of responding to the pieces showing up, but making some smooth moves.
Oh, yeah, no. They both seemed like both their gameplay seems to be like building up a well and just sending it and trying their best. I don't know. I feel like their cleanup is a little weird from time to time, but you know what? Maybe they'll figure it out while they're in this match.
I believe in them. They're the masters at work. They're the sculptors, the architects. I am merely a bystander.
But currently, right now, Capital has... Oh, I was about to say he has nothing, but Nick just sent a ton over there. But his well on the right is clean, and then he sends out over to Nick. All right. I think...
It seems like Capra Wojtek right now is in a very good spot as Nick is trying to respond to all of the stuff he has on his plate right now.
Oh, but he's sending so much a little bit over there.
There's far too much. Stop. Send it back. Tell the chef no more.
But right now, Capital is just has so much. There's nothing.
Nick is scrambling for space right now, and he's not going to get it as Capra Wojtek takes round one.
Yeah. Sometimes you just kind of cannot dig yourself out of that grave.
There are times where you are just buried. Yeah, you cannot climb out of the hole.
All right.
As is the nature of humans.
I like the center well. Then Capital's opting to put it on the left side. I think he just did a T-spin.
Nick trying to think about what space he can find at the moment as Capra Wojtek is making the moves right now. I do think the speed that Capra is playing at is pretty ideal for building blocks to send the opponent's way while giving you time to think about what you need. Nick is moving a bit slower than he probably wants to be.
For sure, but like saying, sometimes being slow is not a bad idea.
Sometimes is not bad. However, Nick is currently, I think, slowing down because he's trying to figure out what he can do. Ooh. And he finds an opening as a huge line block happens, and perfect. Nick is currently in the lead.
Oh, he could have cleared out too right there, and he did not. But you know what? He probably didn't see it, and that's okay.
It's very popular. There's a lot of stuff going on right now. Sometimes you don't see your breaks.
We are neck and neck is yeah. But Nick has a nice 3-piece over there, and then Capital's gonna have to kind of clean up.
3-piece. Stick with the Popeyes combo right now. Perfect. Love to see it.
Ooh, yep, that
Nick
was good.
takes round 2. All right, we are in for a pretty fierce competition. These players are even, it seems. Building up on center for Nick, actually. I feel like I almost never see him play center.
Sometimes you have to switch it up.
Yeah.
The pieces they give you and how you start off, sometimes just change your game plan. I don't know. I would have cleaned up that line better, Nick, but it's okay. But Capital, oh, I thought he was going to try to go for a little mini T-spin there.
Okay, Nick building up on the right now for a big line piece on a triple break. Capital at the mid. Both players not really, like, worrying too much about their position right now, it seems, because they're kind of playing in the same space.
Ooh. All right, that was nice. And then Nick's trying to clean up a little bit. He really needs to get rid of that 3.
He definitely does. All right, the right space opened up for Capital Wojtek. Now he can make some space and send some stuff Nick's way and play a bit more comfortably.
Nick almost closed off the well a little bit more, but I saw him reconsider it, and he just opened it up perfectly. And now he has that 4 block right there. And then now he has so much space to actually clean up a little bit and figure this out.
Line piece, center break. Yep. Oh, only 1 line. I actually thought it might break 2. I missed there was an opening there.
Oh, and then Capital's sending 3 over.
Ooh, this is tough for Nick. He doesn't have a lot of space to work with here. He's going to have to settle for multiple single line breaks. And that's going to probably end up costing him, as it seems like Capital's working with a lot less than Nick is.
Ooh, boy.
Yep. That is round 3 to Capital Wojtek. All right, moving into round 4. Nick seeming to be trying to move a bit faster with his space, but Capital Wojtek setting up for a line break on the left. Nick gets a double line break early and sends some stuff the Capital's way. However, I don't really... It seems situations like this are not the worst for someone to break, though it does seem Capital has ended up in a rather awkward position.
Yeah, if you didn't see that he sent 1 well to the right and 1 well to the left.
Yeah, that's pretty tough.
Oh, and then he's about to send a nice 3 line. Capital is going to have to do a lot.
Got a lot to work with here. He's got some line pieces coming up though, so he can clear.
Ooh, okay.
Nice, very, very good. However, Nick just keeping a pace really well, making his breaks when he needs to, when he's got the line pieces to do so.
That was a nice Tetris to send over. Ooh, and
nice work.
Getting rid of him.
Nick, round 4. Round for round, actually, back and forth on both players' side. Pretty impressive.
Like saying, I think their skill levels are definitely really close. And it just kind of comes up to who is willing to send the most trash, and or cash in earlier than the other and put them in such a weird bad position, which is everyone's gameplay. But like at a higher level, you see it and you're like, they're doing fancy stuff. This is just Tetris right here.
Massive right well built up for Nick. He's about to send multiple lines worth of blocks over to Capital Wojtek. Nick blocking off the right well for himself, so that way he has another way to set up, is actually rather interesting, because he's already sent so many right pieces to Capital Wojtek and wants a different configuration.
Yeah, and now
really smart actually.
But now he has to kind of build up like the blocks so that he can send more over.
Does he though? Because Capital Wojtek looks pretty close to the ceiling. This might actually be very bad for him.
Oh no!
Yep, Nick takes game 1. At the point Nick was at, unless like Capital made some insane like move to clear a ton of stuff, to actually clear like multiple lines worth of stuff, I think Nick was sitting pretty.
Oh, see, I was thinking I thought Capital was definitely, because I saw his pieces and I was like, he definitely can clean up a little bit of this. But I saw the line piece completely block the thing, and I was like, it didn't flip. Yeah, it felt really bad.
Understood.
But I think Capital opted to play Asuka. So now we are doing is high gravity. The thing just drops.
Oh boy. It does seem he plays a bit more comfortably in this space, so we'll see how Nick adapts to it. Because as we saw earlier, Caporal, despite losing to Puzzle Sama, did a really good job in Asuka. And he seems a bit more comfortable with this speed and gravity.
For sure, but currently right now, Nick is kind of
cleaning house.
He's doing really well right now. Like, I don't think I've seen his man go over halfway for a little bit, and he's consistently sending like 2 lines of trash over.
Big fan of this Crash Bandicoot music.
I'm telling you, this Tetris soundtrack is way too good.
It's pretty killer. But all right, Nick currently setting up on the left at the moment for a double line break. I do think Nick's strategy probably shifted from trying to really set up hard to just trying to set up multiple double line breaks consistently.
Oh,
and that was it. Because it seems like that's working out pretty well for him, as he's opted to play a bit more simply in response to the speed change.
Oh, right now, yeah.
Single line breaks, trying to clear the space out right now, working out pretty well. Caporal also about at the same point, though it's building up a lot more for him, and the incoming spaces are a lot more awkward to work with.
He's just, like, Nick is just trying to set up so much, and it is just, and he's so consistent at sending all these pieces. Ooh. I think this might be Nick's main mode, too.
Wow. Nick adapting to Asuka super well, taking round 1 pretty strongly. All right, Nick setting up at mid right now. We got Caporal setting up on left, I believe.
Yes, I think he tried to set up on right, though, but then it got blocked because Nick is willing to send so much trash right now.
Yeah. I do think on this speed, if whoever sends first really sets the pace.
All right, blocking the well just to clean it up so you can send more on Nick's side. But Caporal has kind of a lot going on, and it might be a little dangerous for Nick.
Just needs more than a few breaks, and he's got them. All right, looking pretty okay. I think a few blocks are going to send Nick's way in a second. Nope, Nick's been clearing. All right. There they are.
Caporal's actually doing a good job at downsiding all the space.
He is, yeah. He's got considerably more awkward holes to work with than Nick does, for that matter. But it's starting to catch up to him. Not looking great, and Nick takes round 2. Looking pretty strong.
Man. I think we unlocked Nick's greater galling Asuka Tetris.
The man is locked in. He is in the Avatar state right now. The man was built for very few things on this earth, and it was Tetris, and one of them was Tetris.
All right, that was a nice 2-piece sending over. That's okay. I think Caporal opting to clean up a little earlier.
I've been conditioned by Black Cyclone when I see some of these open spaces the way they are to think that one of the players is going to do some crazy spin.
Oh, for sure.
And no one else has done it other than him.
He was just showing the flashy stuff.
The man just wanted the style. He just wanted to grill.
You know what? I understand.
And we are grilling right now. Nick with some...
Nick is now past halfway, and Caporal, it seems like he is doing okay.
Does seem like it. He's currently got control of the match right now, as Nick is trying to scramble to close as many locations as possible for easy breaks.
I do not think Nick meant to put that line block like that.
I don't think he did either, no.
But it's okay.
All right, he's still happening, though. He's not out of this yet. All right, that might not be great. Yeah, this is looking bad.
I was thinking that he was going to put the 4 block there, but he did not.
That might cost Nick. Yeah, that's going to be it. He can't get to the open side there with the T block.
It's okay, though, because he's up by 2 right now.
He is up on Caporal Wojtek by a round. So he's got another 2 chances at worst. But that was round 3 for Caporal Wojtek, finally making some mark on the board on Asuka.
All right, starting to send trash off early, but the well was open way more, and he just sent that right back. I think that I see where Nick's going to go for it. Oh, no.
I saw it too, and so did Caporal Wojtek, apparently.
He's not going down without a fight.
All All right, we get a double line break. Nick is still in this, trying to make his space open. Caporal leaving a massive open right well for that line block to take effect.
Oh, boy.
All right, so the good thing here is if Nick can get out of this, he's got a lot of space on the right to work with. Unfortunately, he can't get out of this. Unless. Never mind. Yeah, too much. Far too much. All right, round 4 to Caporal Wojtek. Looking like anyone's game right now. Caporal might have woken up and started giving Nick trouble.
Sid, I'll let you get a few rounds. And then I'll start playing.
And then I'll start playing. Then I'll start winning. All right, double line break pretty quick for both players, actually.
Completely negating the trash to send over.
Nick struggling to find open spots, definitely sending those L blocks and sending that Z block in a weird place. But it's working out right now. Caporal just sending a triple stack there. That's going to be massive. Nick got a lot of room to work with, but he makes a double line break in response. He's still in it.
I want to know what Nick is trying to do right now.
Ooh. I think he's just trying to play.
Yeah.
Ooh, this is tough.
This is going to be a little rough to try to get out of.
I feel like every time I see Nick get an L block, he tries to, like, configure it to, like, have the head facing left. And it feels like he might just want to hold those and try to, like, take his hold and throw it somewhere else that he already had.
Yeah.
Because it seems like the L blocks are giving him the most trouble. But Caporal Wojtek takes game 2 as we move on to, what is this, standard?
I believe they click standard. Yes.
Okay.
Ready, go.
Alrighty then, game 3. Anyone's game right now, very fierce set from both players. We see Caporal Wojtek building left and Nick building right. Both players already off to a rollicking good start.
Ooh, open up the well on the left for Nick, so he can kind of cash out if he really wants to. Oh, that
Triple
was a
break from Nick.
Oh my gosh, that well on the left for Caporal is looking really good.
They're both looking pretty comfortable right now, honestly. It could go either person's way. Well, I actually think Caporal Wojtek kind of has a bit more awkward openings built up.
Yeah, especially after Nick just sent.
Oh dear, I don't think he wanted the L block there. Oh no, it's catching up with him. Yeah, I think Nick's got round 1. All right, up a round right now. Nick looking pretty good. Let's see how Caporal recovers. All right, we're leaving a space open on the right at the moment. Nick sends a line.
A singular line.
A singular line. There we go. Double line. All right, now we're in this.
All right, opens up the well for
now
the right.
Gonna send 3.
Yep.
Massive. All right, double line send. Caporal Wojtek. Gets a double break on Nick's side. There's a lot building up on Caporal's side. Gonna have to do a lot. You're gonna have to scramble pretty quick to get to clear these open spaces. And he does it. Gets a 3.
Ooh. Oh no, he blocked the one piece.
Yeah, the one piece is real.
Yep, okay. So he's trying to clean up, and then he broke it, so now he has to clean up so he gets it down to the thing.
Did he want that line, that L block there?
No, he definitely did not want that L block there.
I don't think so, no. I do think, like, the most devastating thing is when you have to do multiple single clears in a row. Like, when there's, like, line after line of just open space, of one open spot in a random area, and that's what you have to do is just try to find those spaces, because you're not sending any blocks whatsoever to the opponent.
Yeah.
But you're trying to clear your stuff while they're sending more stuff at you.
Yeah, especially that. Like, that setup is insane for some of them sometimes, too.
Yeah, and I think Caporal ended up in that scenario for a little bit in that round, which is tough.
Oh, that was a good send for Nick.
Nick looking pretty strong this set right now, but that's going to be a quad sent over to Nick's way.
See, maybe if Nick blocks it?
I don't know. He might have been in a bad spot because he had 2 Z blocks anyways. So maybe going for the clear there was the call, but I don't know. All right, single. Okay, no, Nick's in this. He's got a line block coming up. There's going to be a quad. Beautiful.
Then, he has another line coming up, too.
Line for line, quad for quad. It seems like we both built on left, and we are sending left. Yours for mine, brother.
Oh, another line block. And they cancel each other out a little bit.
Nick currently not, despite playing on basically the same side, Nick is very ahead right now. Also creating that crazy block there.
Yeah.
Nice work. Nick takes the set, moves up in losers. We will see him versus Puzzle Sama in loser semis.
That was a funny back-to-back, I will not lie to you.
Oh, man, that was... I do like it where we're at the point where we're both playing in the exact same spot, and it's just whoever is able to block the other off first gets the momentum.
Oh yeah, for sure. I don't like actively during that match. I was just like, okay, do they change anything at all differently? And then at that end point, I think they were just like, just send it. We're both just trying to play for space right now. Literally send all of it. Line piece go. We're not.
Tetris God, you are in my favor. Send me the line piece, brother.
Oh, yeah, no. But it was a good match. I think
it was great. I enjoyed that set quite a bit.
Capital did really well. I think he should be proud of his run there.
I think the come from behind on Asuka in the second game was really killer.
Oh,
because
sure.
he was losing. He was down 2 rounds against Nick, and then completely pulled the reverse. The reverse stomp.
Oh yeah, no,
insane.
I did not think that was gonna happen, especially how like consistent Nick was in Asuka there. I was like, what?
I was like, this change didn't seem to do much to Nick, and then finally we started getting to the point where Capital started locking in and giving Nick the business.
Oh yeah.
So good set from both players. Loved that. We'll see Nick in loser semis with Puzzle Sama as we move to winners finals. We have Juicy versus Critical Effect.
Now this is gonna be interesting.
Yes, it will, because these two play each other a lot in a lot of games.
Yeah.
All the time.
Possibly every Wednesday.
Possibly every Wednesday on Puzzle Wednesdays.
Yeah.
You wouldn't believe when Puzzle Wednesdays is. I'm about to blow your mind.
It might just be in the name.
It might just be in the name. All right. Are we playing right now? Okay, no, we're not playing yet. Okay.
So, from Kevin, from Juicy, it's actively his setup. He's going to try to set up something crazy, and then Critical, I think he's just going to just press W.
I think
pressing W.
Yeah, I think he's going to play. I think Critical Effect is going to play his game, and Juicy is going to play the game.
I just want to see how that one's going to go, though.
Juicy setting up with setting up faster than I can even recognize. All right, Gabe currently working with a lot of stuff on the right now. Trying to set up for a multi-line clear, but he's getting too close to the top to make that a reasonable thing to do, I think. All right, never mind. We got a line piece and we're doing it. We're making the thing happen.
I think he was planning for this as a setup. And then, yep, there's the L piece right there.
All right, we got a good spot for an L piece on the right, or line piece as well, but unfortunately the block stoppage is catching up with Critical Effect right now as Juicy is going wild right now.
He is just sending things.
He pointed at him, said you, and then did the leg drop on him.
I think actively, though... Oh,
what in the world?
I don't think he meant to do all that.
I don't know. He might have. I don't know what goes on in the mind of madness of Juicy. All right, sending it. Only a single line break from Critical Effect. I think we're trying to make space right now so we can set up for something a bit more effective. And here's something more effective.
Ooh, thinks it's in another one. Okay.
3-line break into a 2-line break. Pretty cool.
That's basically a Tetris.
That's basically Tetris. That's like Tetris +1.
Yeah.
All right, currently trying to keep a pace right now on Juicy's side as it is getting closer to the ceiling. Not too uncomfortable, but also not looking too crazy. But we make more space and we're going.
Yep. I did just see that.
Nice L spin.
You should get extra points for that one, to be honest.
No.
I don't know how I feel about that right side. Yep, and then clears it. Oh, he puts a block on top of it so he doesn't clear it fully.
Critical Effect looking rough right now.
It's okay. We're going to go into cleanup time. Because we have to wait for Juicy to send. Nope, Juicy's just sending it.
Round 2 to Juicy. Looking pretty strong in this set so far. Even whenever he ends up on the back foot, he's still in it.
He's just speed running the beginning part of this. He is like setting pieces at light speed. I don't know if Critical can keep up with that.
I don't think I can keep up with it. I can barely keep track of what's going on Juicy's side of the board. All right, we're setting up on right. We do a single break into... Oh, okay, I'm seeing this now. Pretty nasty stuff, honestly.
The worst thing that happened there was that Critical had a whole well, but because of what Juicy did, he had to like plug it to send something over to live a little bit longer. But Juicy just was like, no.
All right, that is game 1 to Juicy in winners finals. I believe it is first to 3 on this one.
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I think he said every match is first to 2.
Are they? Okay, never mind then. I might be wrong on that. All right. Gabe in a bit more of a comfortable spot right now, setting up at mid. Needs a T block to open up there. A bit of an awkward place, but I don't know. Maybe he's got the T-spin on lock. I assume so.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going to try to go for.
I believe he is going for that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But what is a T-spin going to do when you have so much space and he's just kind of going to clean it all up?
I think he's about to do multiple breaks in a row. All right, well, no, it's going to be a double break into a single line break like 3 times. Meanwhile, Juicy is currently setting up for multiple double line breaks at the middle.
Ooh, if he can clean that. And then line piece on the right. Yep. Oh, that wasn't a double. Oh,
massive well set up in the middle for Juicy.
Ooh.
That's going to be crazy. Yep.
I don't think there's anything you could have done to come out of that one.
Takes round 2 of game... That's round 1? Round 1 of game 2. My bad. For some reason, thought the first round had already happened. These games are going.
With how fast Juicy is playing, yeah, I thought that was almost a game 2 too.
Yeah.
Hyped up on Mountain Dew and Red Bull right now, how fast he is playing.
Just like Ricky Bobby himself.
Ooh, nice T-spin. Oh, but he's sending so much trash over there.
A lot of trash getting sent Critical Effect's way. I don't know how Critical is going to keep up with all of this. There's like so much happening. He can never set up because of the pressure being put on him by Juicy.
Like he's always feels like he is stuck in the corner and he has to like survive and build down one by one.
You got to do something to work your way out, but also at the same time you're getting hit by a million buttons. It's like, what do you do?
I don't think there's really anything you could do in a situation like this because I think that's what his setup is where he's like, all right, I build up a lot here and then I build up another bit here and then he sends it all at once at some point and then it's like, oh, okay, what am I going to do?
Round 2 goes to Juicy pretty commandingly in this winner's final so far. All right.
Oh. Okay,
set up for T-spin, double break.
Do another 2.
Right back, though. Right back at you. Another double break. Yeah, no, Juicy looks pretty in his element right now. I don't think anything can stop his stride.
Ooh, that's going to be a handful of stuff. Oh, no.
Yes, sir.
All right, they're trading trash for trash right now. Ooh, that well. Yes, sir. Send the Tetris right over. Could this be it? No.
Critical Effect making some pretty strong momentum right now. Okay, well, I said that, and then it suddenly turned.
He had a lot of pieces, and then he closed it in. Cash it in. All
right, good T-spin from Critical Effect there.
He's going to have to clean up.
He's going to do a lot to clean up.
Oh, no, he blocked it with the little S-piece.
Oh, wait, this might go for Critical Effect. He might get on the board. We'll see in a moment. This is getting close.
Oh, my gosh.
I think Juicy might be working his way out. Unless... Oh, no, the Z-block came in at a bad spot. This might be it. Yep, that is one on the board now. Critical Effect on the board. 1 round.
At least you know what? He put something up, and that's all we asked.
He did. He did not just get owned by Juicy, and that is important. It's good for the morale.
Now, see, I think he can do it again. And then again. And then again.
For sure. Setting up on the right on Juicy. Juicy.
Oh, but he is
the center for Critical Effect.
Yep. Well for well.
Well for well, bar for bar.
All he needs to do is set down a nice little L piece and open that up.
We are looking for a good line piece. Any good line piece. Any good line piece. Not getting it. It's over.
No.
And that is winners finals to Juicy. We will see him in grands. We will see Critical Effect in losers finals. We'll see how that goes, but we're going to have to move to Puzzle Sama and Normie Nick after this.
All right. That was
Very intense set.
that last part was just like so juicy, like sided. Like,
Okay, I was going to say so juicy isn't like a compliment. I was like, dang, just like his name. That's crazy.
I could have done that. I could have, but
You
no.
could've.
It was just like it was really commanding. It was like he just built so much up, and Critical was like, "All right, let me at least get this down." And Juicy said, "No,
No,
no, I'm not
at
doing
all.
that."
I'm not letting you.
Like he had a well on the right, and he just had to put one piece, and it was open, and then the line piece didn't come. And Juicy was just like, I know what I'm gonna do with this one, and then this
Be
one, and
gone.
then this one. Oh, we're done.
It's just like building blocks, although you're trying to crush someone under them.
It's like playing with Legos, but you know the other person doesn't get to have fun at the end of the day.
The other person gets no fun at all.
But you know what you can have fun doing? Donating.
Donating to GoTE 4theKids.
Yep. Use that. Use a link donatorbox.org for the kids, or use the QR code to help us raise some money. We raised $426 in 2015, and we're trying to raise 6 times more than that.
10 times now more than that.
Yes.
For 4,260 this year.
Oh, what are we at now? Has it changed?
Yeah, has it changed at all? Gotcha.
right,
We are
yeah.
still near half right now, only 115 away from 2,000.
All right. It's still impressive. It's still really good that we could raise that much within the hour.
Within an hour and a half or so since the event has started. Doing pretty great right now. Love to see it. Love the people coming out. Love to watch some Tetris. We got Normie Nick and Puzzle Sama up on the stage.
All right. Let's see if Nick can keep up with Puzzle Sama and his speed of setting up T-spins.
Yeah. This is actually what I'm interested in seeing because Nick is the X factor in all of this. We do not know how he gels with the Puzzle Lords.
That's true.
He is the Dark Souls main character compared to all of the gods in that setting.
Fair.
The puzzle world.
Ooh, nice double T-spin. Man, Nick was the first one to set up the T-spin.
It's crazy. All right, Nick kind of with an awkward configuration right now, but making it happen. Getting the line piece. Oh, well. No, never mind. That wasn't set up. There's too many holes.
I definitely was like, I saw it, and I was like, that's perfect. And then I was just like you in that aspect.
And then it hit like a dud, and I was just like, oh, wait. There's a hole in every line.
But it's okay. He got to the hole, and he's starting to send some trash over to Puzzle Sama. Now, let's see if he can keep this lead, though.
Nick with a pretty strong lead, actually. Wow, incredible. Puzzle Sama working his way through it right now, though. Could go either way still, but I do think Puzzle Sama has ended up in a bit of an awkward spot, having to do single clears multiple times with these very particular blocks.
But I don't think it, like he has the line piece coming real quick. Oh,
It's not looking good.
no, never mind.
All right, we get the line piece in there for the single. Yep, makes sense. Does he get this L block in there, though? I don't think he does.
No, he does
No,
not.
yeah. That's round 1 to Nick.
He's holding up. He's holding up to the god right now.
That's him. He's making it happen.
All right, setting up a well like little bit to the left, and then Puzzle Sama having a whole right well right there. I wonder what it looks like. Nick is trying to set up something.
Yeah, he's got a plan of some sort. I don't know what it is other than T-spin. Haha. But it's not doing too bad for him. However, Puzzle Sama is definitely moving at a better pace right now with a lot less to deal with. Sending a lot of junk Nick's way.
Oh no! He put the block piece right over.
No. Yeah, that's going to be tough. Nick going to have to do a lot to recover from that. Might be too late, but we'll see. The man could make it happen, even though Puzzle Sama is definitely in no rush.
Yeah, he made that mistake with the block, but he was like, he didn't need to worry about it. Worry about it.
Nick might be getting too fast for his own good as he's panicking on the near the ceiling.
Oh no.
Yeah, it's not looking good. That might be it. Yeah.
Yeah. Well,
No.
the trash got sent. All right, 1-1.
1-1 at the moment. All right, Nick got a little awkward that round for Nick, but could still very well be in this. Really good momentum from Puzzle Sama, just rolling with the punches and setting up after he got a good lead.
Ooh, sending a little bit of trash over. That well on the right, though, is going to hurt.
Double break from Nick. That is going to be a really awkward build in the center for Puzzle Sama as Nick continues to move through.
Oh, he blocked
Ooh,
it.
he
in
did
a
block it off.
weird
That's
way.
going to suck. Might be bad for Nick if he can't find his way out of this. Puzzle Sama already has. Oh,
Ooh.
massive. That could be a game changer. All right, we have the line piece still. Setting it up, setting it up.
Oh my gosh. He keeps
Oh,
clearing
no.
it, and the well keeps getting blocked by one piece. You hate to see it happen.
You hate to see it happen.
Puzzles
One Piece
just-
always keeping good series down. All right, Nick looking like he might be struggling this round too.
No
I don't know.
way.
He's not out yet. He's not out yet. Oh no! Why?
No, he saved it to
Okay,
get
he
to the
saved it, he
line
saved it.
piece.
Okay, he's still in.
That was perfect. That was
This
actually
is
really good.
Very tough though. He's still getting way too close to the ceiling for comfort. And oh, yep, he's scrambling.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. I think it's still too tough. Yeah.
Yeah.
Round 3 to Puzzle Sama. Nick keeps ending up in these scenarios where he gets pretty good at mid, but he's not keeping. But Puzzle Sama is sending too much his way, and he's not breaking like fast enough. And then he gets near the top, and then like one accidental bad like L piece placement completely messes him up.
Yeah, sometimes, you know, you just can't move too fast. Because I think that's what Nick's trying to do, because then he's at the top and he's like, I don't think he's panicking, but he's just like, all right, let me like move a little bit faster.
Yeah.
That one extra press will put it in such a weird, wacky position, and you're like, no.
And it completely bungles the rest of it, yeah.
Because he was doing really well trying to get out and like clean up, but then, yeah, like you said. But right now, Puzzle Sama has so much trash.
So much trash built up. Nick
But he's-
looking pretty spicy right now at the 1/3 mark.
Ooh, he's gonna send 2.
Uh-oh, never mind now. Suddenly the tides have turned.
Yeah, Puzzle Sama had one little thing blocking a well, and he cleaned it, and he just sent 2 line pieces straight to Nick.
Pretty huge. It's not entirely... Oh, no, Nick's trying to find a spot. Nah, it's not looking good.
Yeah.
That is game 1 to Puzzle Sama. Really tough for Nick. Had a really good first round, and then the other rounds just kept kind of not shaking out really well.
Yeah, I think maybe Nick...
No.
Oh, I was going to say maybe Nick goes to Asuka and makes Puzzle Sama play fast. But
I don't know. I feel like part of the issue is that Nick himself might not be able to play as fast as he wants to, generally.
yeah.
So I think increasing the speed might also just be as much of a double-edged sword for him as it could be for... It could be as much of a negative for him as it could be for Puzzle Sama.
That's fair. Ooh, but a nice line piece right here would be very good for him.
I think Nick only needs to make a few adjustments and he's fine. He just needs to... I don't know. I don't know. I could not really give the proper advice as I don't know exactly what could be happening there.
I think I know what you mean. I think what Nick does need to do is actively... I'd say not, like, slow down, but also, like, be more thoughtful with the pieces that he has.
I do think that because he set up, like, an insane, like, right well for Puzzle Sama, and all he needs to do to break multiple lines constantly over there is just send multiple line pieces. And it's a far cry from earlier whenever he was, like, trying to break up, like, the puzzle spots on, like, Capital Wojtek, which is definitely not working out too much. Thank you so much. Thank you.
But, Puzzle Sama was taking one.
Taking round 1, yeah.
Nick had such a large well. It was just one line piece to at least do something, and the game did not want to give it.
Nah, not at all. That does end up being the case sometimes. You end up in a desert when you need an oasis.
Yeah. Ooh.
With no oasis in sight.
It's like that Persona song.
Yeah, last surprise, yeah.
Yeah. But, oh, blocking the well a little bit. Line
All
piece cleans it up a little bit.
Clearing it
Another
up
line
more
piece.
and more.
Okay. Yep.
Puzzle Sama looking pretty clean right now. Nick having to scramble to open these spots up.
Oh, man. You can see Puzzle Sama just slowly just thinking about it while Nick has to, like, actively
He's got breathing room right now. Man's on the recliner. He's chilling.
full lean back
Cracking
right now.
open the beer and having a cold one while Nick's over here trying to work his way through, like, World War III right now.
Oh, I thought that line piece was going to do a little bit more.
It's like it's the SpongeBob in the hallway meme. Nick is the subplot right now, the B plot.
Oh, no. But Nick had, such a good move that would have cleaned double or 2.
Oh,
And
that was a 2 right there.
yeah, but...
It catches up with him. Yeah, it's too tough.
Ready. Go.
All right, the set point for Puzzle Sama. Nick's got to do a lot to make it happen. I believe in him though. He can do it.
He definitely has an understanding.
I think Nick has the power. He just needs to pull it together. He needs to become Light Yagami right now.
Ooh, a little thing over the well for Puzzle Sama, but he's going to clean it. I think he's going to use his... no, he's going to build a little bit. Yep. Send it.
Nick opting to build a little bit on the left right now. Leave that spot open for the double line break.
Yeah, send some trash
He
over
just
while
needs a
cleaning.
T-block coming up. Yep, right now. Let's go. Beautiful.
Ooh.
Nick is behind, but he's not in a bad spot, really.
That well on the right for Nick. It's
It's going to
perfect.
be huge. Yeah, that's a quad break right there, Tetris. Love to see it. Nick is back in it like that. Nice. That worked out.
This is going... Look at this.
This is going much better for Nick now. Yeah, okay. Puzzle Sama having to play on the back foot at the moment, but not too crazy. He doesn't have... Outside of the following line after this upcoming break, he's really not got a lot of, like, awkward spaces.
Yeah.
If he can get through this line up there, he can get through... He has a right well that's just ready and open to be have a line block used on it. But he might not get there in time. The line block might get to him before then. Yeah. Yep, looking like it. Nick playing pretty comfortably. Puzzle Sama cannot get to that open space.
Oh, my God. That Lion Beast right there.
He's right there. Nick
Yeah.
on the board. Round 3 goes to Nick. He's not out yet.
He's doing what we said. He is slowing down. He's thinking about these pieces.
Making it happen. He is slaying Gwyn, the Lord of Cinder. To call upon that stupid analogy from earlier. All right, Puzzle Sama setting up on the right currently with a well on the right, but also like a L center. Yeah, okay, there we go. I was wondering if he was going to get that closed up.
All right.
Nick currently not operating with a lot, though. He can't really put too much pressure at the moment.
What Puzzle Sama did was really dangerous. He built almost all the way to the ceiling. If Nick sent anything, he would have
was
lost.
in trouble, yeah. Looking like it's working out, though. It might have... I have to wonder why Nick wasn't able to really build much of anything, but it seems like whatever he was building is happening now because he just did 3 double, triple breaks in a row.
Yeah. Maybe that was the game plan.
Maybe,
but like, I didn't see like any meaningful setup for it, so I don't know.
Yeah. Okay, we got a line piece incoming. This is a double. All right, Nick looking pretty comfortable right now. While Puzzle Sama has to do a lot to get through these lines. It could be anything right now. He's getting close to the ceiling.
Oh, the game just needs to give him a nice little piece. No, don't block it off.
Uh-oh. This might be bad for Nick. He is not responding very well to the blocks he has while Puzzle Sama is recovering very gracefully.
Oh, no, wait. Because Nick is getting some good pieces right now, and he's, like, sending some stuff back over.
Yeah, he's still in it. Double. Okay. They're kind of neck and neck right now.
Yeah. The issue is that Nick keeps doing stuff that keeps blocking that one hole.
Okay. Double break.
Yep.
Working his way through, taking his time.
Nick, you have the piece. No.
Nick, you have... Okay. He made it.
You know, he's fine.
Round 4 goes to Normie Nick. This could be set point. Okay. It's game point for Nick and set point for Puzzle Sama.
Yeah. I will say that actively, when I do watch Nick sometimes, he does just hold pieces, and I think he's just holding it because he doesn't like the piece personally.
I kind of understand that because I also hate some of the pieces in this game, and I will hold the ones I don't want to deal with.
Yeah, but in a game like this, you kind of have to use it.
I agree. I do think he's better off holding pieces he actually wants to use, and then just trying to throw the ones that he doesn't want to use into like some esoteric area that won't hurt him.
Yeah.
It's easier said than done because sometimes you have to deal with pieces you don't like, and they might gum up the works, but you got to make it happen.
No, Nick is making it happen.
But Nick is making it happen right now. This is actually a very good comeback so far, despite going down multiple rounds to Puzzle Sama. He's pulling it back. He's making the reverse 3-0.
We are right now neck and neck, but like right now it's looking like Nick has more of a setup right now.
It does. Puzzle Sama's having to adjust to a lot of Nick's stuff. He's trying to set up for a double line break. No, only single on Puzzle Sama's side. Multiple singles, but there's gonna be a double right here. Yep.
No, well, if you saw that,
okay.
the cue,
yeah, that makes sense.
That was a nice T-spin.
Good T-spin. It's gonna be a double break into another double break. All right, Nick's got some room to work with. Puzzle Sama also operated with similar space.
Oh my gosh, if you can survive till the line piece, you can clean up so much.
This could get very bad for Nick in a second if he's not able to make multiple clears. Looking like he might do it, though. Yes, sir.
Oh, this is This is so good.
Great, actually. He's clearing up so much space. Okay, that's fine.
This back and forth is amazing, actually.
Very good. Okay, that's a little awkward, but we made something out of it. Not great, though, as Puzzle-sama is in a much better spot with a much more comfortable space to use.
It was nice using that hold L place, or piece.
Nick fighting for his life right now. It's going to catch up to him, though. Yep, that's it.
Oh,
Nick loses, unfortunately. Really good set from both players, though. Really strong attempt at a comeback from Nick. Looking like he could have done it.
Nick was definitely fighting. Like like that last round right there was crazy on Nick's part. Like he almost had him and almost brought that back and made it 1-1. I wish it did happen though. Because dang, bro.
It's like that sometimes,
dude. But
you hope for he was the underdog going into that set, and he looked pretty strong in that first round or so.
And you know what? Actively, I think your analogy was correct. He was the Dark Souls protagonist there, and he fought to like get up there. I think he took rounds off of specific really good people, and I'd be proud. I'd walk away being like,
and
you know what?
Just like the Dark Souls protagonist, you're not truly dead until you give up.
He's just gonna come back stronger.
He'll come back stronger next time. We'll see him in another bracket in the future. But for now, we're gonna move on to losers finals for Puzzle-sama and Critical Effect whenever they're ready.
Didn't Critical send him to losers? So this is the rematch.
Yeah, this is a rematch from earlier. Critical Effect did in fact send Puzzle-sama to losers.
Let's see if the same thing beats Puzzle-sama or Puzzle-sama adapts and goes Critical, I want my run back.
We'll see what happens. Critical looked really strong earlier, and then he played Juicy, and then kind of got, Juicy, really strong player. So Critical didn't look as strong as he usually tends to, but we'll see if Puzzle-sama's adapted at all, or if Critical Effect is still in the comfortable seat here.
Yeah,
the driver's seat.
But all in all, this is some good Tetris.
Some good Tetris. Really solid bracket, like in all the games I've seen so far. None of them feel like, outside of the game with Juicy and Critical Effect, none of them have really been a stomp, honestly.
No. And also how long these matches have been kind of going. You wouldn't believe it was a 6-man bracket.
It's a good pace, yeah. A good pace for a 6-man bracket.
All right, so Critical Effect right now sending the first bit of trash over. And Puzzle-sama already sending, I think that was a 3-line over there?
Okay, yeah, T-spin, yeah, makes sense. All right.
That is an awkward
quad break.
That's an awkward looking bit of
oh yeah, what the heck?
There. It looked like one of those old rally cars from the old Atari.
You're right. Or like a friggin' dragster from Dirt Rally or something. All right, setting up right now for a L block at mid for Critical Effect while Puzzle-sama is attempting to work his way through junk.
That was a nice bit of trash that he sent over there to clean up some space. Puzzle-sama definitely gonna have to do a bit, and that's kind of awkward. Does have that thing over the well. Okay, line piece it. Yep.
Yes, sir.
All
right. He's back in it just like that, and Critical Effect with a lot more stuff to have to deal with. Not a huge fan of his configuration right now, as the head shake clearly determined.
Yeah.
Uh-oh, not looking good for Critical Effect right now. Yep, Puzzle-sama goes up around. Looking like it might be more of a contest this time.
He wants this run back. I can feel it.
I can feel it. Yeah, Puzzle-sama wants the game.
But all right, setting nice 3-line over.
Making the breaks happen. Setting up for a break at mid right now and going to move into into a well on the right.
Yeah, it has to clean up. That is a T-spin right there. I can see it.
Yep.
Oh, no.
Puzzle-sama with a slightly similar break at mid. I'm not going to lie. The music makes me keep hearing some choir in the background, some angelic choir, and I feel like I'm listening to SMT music again.
It definitely sounds like RPG music.
It 100% does, yeah.
Oh my god, I didn't even realize how much stuff Puzzle Sama had, but that well on the right.
That's a lot, dude.
He cleaned it up perfectly fine. He wasn't worried about it.
That's like a perfectly T-shaped area right there for him to throw a certain block into. That he will not be getting for a few more blocks, so probably won't get it in there. All right, Critical Effect fighting a lot more this round, leading the pack at the moment. There's a triple break on Critical Effect side. The trash catching up with Puzzle Sama, and looking like this might be Critical Effect's round, and it is. He takes round 2.
1-1. That was really good. That's good.
Good stuff.
Ooh, opting for a well kind of left, and then Puzzle giving it a right well. Does he cash out on the line piece? Nope. Up right there. Yep. I don't think he was going to block that. A bit of me thought he was.
Critical Effect having to operate with single line breaks right now, not getting a lot of room to really do doubles.
Yep, but now that he has that well on the right, sends
Gets
that
the
over.
Tetris.
Little T-spin right here.
No T-spin there. He definitely wanted the T-spin. He was not super happy with the result there. Ooh. All right, nice L-spin there.
That was actually pretty good.
Gets the double when he otherwise would have gotten a single. There we go.
Ooh, another T-spin's going to come up relatively soon.
Always count on Critical Effect to have the tech.
All right, trying to...
Time to clean house.
I'm looking at Puzzle Sama, and everything that he's trying to do right now, he definitely is going to have to start cleaning up a little bit. That well on the right for Critical is going to be crazy. It's
going to be massive. Puzzle Sama might lose here, honestly, because there's going to be multiple multi-line breaks for Critical Effect, and it's just going to keep raising the board into the ceiling.
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. Puzzle Sama's like recovering, but it's not super effectively. All right, there we go. A lot of space made for him. He's making his way back.
Dang.
Oh, no. That L piece might kill him.
No.
Yep. That's round 3. It's a Critical Effect.
All right. Opting for the roll on the left. Critical really does like this middle well, though.
It's his home. He lives there. It makes him happy.
Oh, not opting to save the line piece, huh?
I think the goal is to set himself up for as many multi-line breaks as possible, and he wants the L pieces matter a lot in that too.
That is true.
All right, Puzzle Sama with a rather similar scenario over here too, but only a single line break. Needed to build up a bit more if he was going to send anything Gabe's way there.
I think he might have to opt for survival here.
Ooh, this is unfortunate. Just a lot of single line breaks from Puzzle Sama. Finally gets a double, but still behind significantly as Critical Effect continues to send stuff his way. Not looking pretty as Critical Effect takes game 1 in our loser's final set.
All right. Just hopping right back in. I'm surprised there has been only one or two just like game mode changes.
Yeah, there has been, hasn't there?
Yeah.
We had Asuka and we had Konoha. I need to see more Konoha games. Let's get some like 2-second long sets.
That was really funny.
It was pretty funny. All right, Critical Effect setting up really effectively, really early.
Yeah, but Puzzle Sama coming up and building up a really quick Tetris there. Just to send it back so he can, put some pressure on Critical.
Nice stuff, nice stuff.
Ooh, what that line piece is going to...
Setting up. Yeah, opting to use the L piece. Makes sense. Using the Z there. All right. Very economic use of these other pieces here instead of just opting to use line pieces constantly.
Oh, Puzzle Sama is at the...
Puzzle Sama, meanwhile, left out to dry.
He tried to get another piece, did not realize he was holding the same piece.
Tough scenario, yeah. All right, we move into round 2. I wonder if this kind of configuration is really great for Puzzle Sama, because Gabe's already set up like a 3 or 4, or like a 3 or a Tetris, and Puzzle Sama only got like 2 there for his efforts. I have to imagine there's like a more efficient use of some of the blocks he's getting. Oh, that was not what he wanted from the T block, I think.
From what I was told yesterday, you really don't. You shouldn't be setting up T-spins to do send damage. You should be setting up T-spins to save yourself.
Yeah, that's my understanding.
Because at the end of the day, your T-spin doesn't send anything extra. It will send whatever it was supposed to, and if it's not a 3, then really, why are you sending it?
Yeah.
Why, like, don't do all the extra work.
He didn't use the line? Okay, I was about to say, I don't know why you would use the line. It's tough. Okay, the triple break. All right, Puzzle Summon's still very much in this. He's getting consistent breaks now, but he also kind of sets up very dangerously. I guess Critical Effect doesn't really have a lot to work with right now to send damage his way, but it seemed really scary to set the left side that high.
Yeah, if you're paying attention, maybe like he was like, okay, he doesn't get a piece for a bit, but like even then,
I would still think it's like super risky.
Yeah.
And it is getting pretty tough for him right now. He's okay, double break. All right, he's in a much more comfortable spot. Line piece is going to make some space for him here as Critical Effect has to deal with all the incoming trash. And now Critical Effect is in the awkward spot, but they're both getting pretty close to the ceiling. Oh, dear. Yep, that's going to be round 2 for Puzzle Sama.
All right. Going straight to home, center well. And Puzzle Sama is definitely going to build to send that back. Only a 2-line.
Effect sends a 2-line, and Puzzle Sama sends a 2-line back. Frigging Tetris in like 10 seconds in. Crazy.
Ooh.
Yeah, I don't know if he was too happy about that Z placement.
You know what? Sometimes it be like that.
Sometimes you are off by a little bit and it ruins your day.
Oh boy.
It's tough right now, yeah. Oh no. Critical Effect is dying.
You're gonna have to clean up so much.
That's
I don't
a
even.
Lot. Maybe they can make it happen.
Yeah, because Puzzle Sama's board wasn't that full. He had to build up the Tetris in the set piece. So truth be told,
wait,
he might be what?
Oh no, he didn't want. He definitely did not want that. Looking at his controller, definitely concerned with what's happening. He did not want that line piece on the left.
Yeah,
that was an easy call at mid. Critical Effect beginning to question everything he's known in life. All right, setting up. Let's go. Uses the line piece to get a double break there. Has more setup at mid. We use the block. Puzzle Sama looking pretty comfortable right now. Not a ton to work. Not a ton to set up, but you know, some stuff.
Still sending a
triple line.
Still sending a concerning amount to Puzzle Sama, but Puzzle Sama is still just very good at just kind of sending it back.
Yeah.
Ooh, a line piece though down the middle would be very nice.
All right, Critical Effect making his way back down. Meanwhile, we got Puzzle Sama moving his way towards the ceiling.
Ooh, boy.
Uh-oh, looking pretty scary.
Dangerously close.
Sending more trash his way. Critical Effect does not have a kill shot right now, though. Puzzle Sama has time. Something about Virgil? I don't know what's happening over there. Anyways, we got a really good spot set up right now for a double break from Critical Effect. That's fantastic in a really good position. I don't know if Puzzle Sama can really... He's working. He's doing the single line breaks to make his way out. Oh, my God.
He is holding on to dear
He
life.
is holding on to the building, but still falls.
All right.
That is round 4 to Critical Effect.
All right. Something is going on over there.
Something's happening. I don't know. Ronan's screaming. But we are on set point for Critical Effect and game point for Puzzle Sama.
Yep.
Let's see if Puzzle Sama can hang on.
Ooh, that Tetris. Okay. Down the middle and everything, too. So it's going to be a little weird. Oh, another Tetris setup and everything. Oh, sending some more trash
There
and
goes
a
the
Tetris.
Oh, man. This looks... this is all Critical Effect right now. He is moving.
Oh.
Cruising USA right now.
Yeah, but he's still going to have to build up some stuff.
All right. Puzzle Sama clears it, though. That was crazy.
Oh, my God. That down the middle,
yeah,
though.
the block down the middle is not the best. He's trying to find a line piece. He's nearly there. Gets it. This could be it. Just a few more, and Puzzle Sama... Oh, Puzzle Sama's still in it, though. Gets the big break. Oh, no. It's all coming up Puzzle Sama.
Oh, okay.
Oh, but critical
Tip
effect back in it. Just trying to get to the line piece for the breaks. Yep. Here comes the double.
Oh, no. There was a single line there. No.
This is really neck and neck right now, honestly. It's kind of crazy. All right, there goes the double again on critical effect side. Puzzle Sama working his way through. It's finally catching up with him, though. He doesn't have something to help him out here. He's only able to make singles right now.
Well, he's going to have to build. No, because of that last block.
Oh, no, it's getting close. Might be it there. Oh, no, he's not able to close the gap. Oh, he still gets the double line break. He's living, but gets a really awkward block there.
Oh, my gosh, what's happening?
There comes the double. That's it. Yep.
It.
Critical effect takes it. Really, really tight last game there. That was crazy.
Oh, my goodness.
Puzzle Sama fighting on for dear life, clinging.
That means we're getting Juicy and Critical Grand Finals?
Yep, this is going to be a set for sure.
Gosh.
We're either going to have to see critical effects lock in and completely overthrow Juicy, or Juicy is going to become the new champion. We'll see what happens.
I mean, I definitely have faith in Critical. Might have to change up the game plan a little bit, but after seeing what he just did there, very convincingly. And also, he's warmed up.
He is.
Juicy had to sit down for a bit there. Though I will say, I don't think I was going to stop Juicy's speed. He's actively, every single time he round starts, he's just like, he is playing.
Yeah, he's ready to he's ready to shoot off from the starting line.
It's kind of crazy that he is.
He plays like he has the starting round, the start of the race boost from Mario Kart.
Yeah.
Like that, he just has that by default.
Basically.
But you know what we don't have by default? Money for the kids, which we need you to donate. We raised $426 in 2015, and we're trying to multiply that by 10 in 2025 for $4,260. Just go to the link, donorbox.org/4thekids, or use the QR code to donate to the kids.
All right. Grand Finals. Juicy versus Critical, while Critical is in losers, making it that he has to win twice. Let's see how this one goes.
I believe in critical effect. However, the deck is stacked against him a little bit. And by a little bit, I mean he has to beat Juicy twice.
Yeah. But currently right now, Juicy has a lot more trash on his screen.
There is a ton
Critical.
of garbage to work with on Juicy's side. Yeah, Critical looks like he's been operating at a much better pace. Which, to be fair, the dude's pretty fresh compared to Juicy. Just came off of a set.
Oh my goodness, he is. Oh, I think Juicy made a little bit of a mistake there, but I think he's cleaning it up right now.
Critical effect, moving, rolling with the punches, throwing stuff around, seeing what sticks. Juicy having to adjust to garbage being thrown at him. Might be. Yep. We start grand finals with critical effect taking a round. Pretty strong. Right. Maybe he can do it. Maybe he can. Maybe this gorilla can win. All right, we're clearing.
Sending trash, opening the well on the little bit in the middle.
I do like critical effect doing single breaks pretty quickly just to clear up the space for whatever trash Juicy is going to send his way. Because before, whenever they played in the prior set, it was just critical effect trying to set up while Juicy sent crap at him, and it just made it impossible for critical effect to play. But now he's clearing the board in anticipation for the stuff Juicy is sending his way, which is giving him more space to play with.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Because sometimes Juicy will put himself in bad positions, and that's when you strike. But if he's not in any bad position, you cannot give him more time.
Yeah, the more rope you give him to hang himself, he's going to hang you with it instead.
Yeah.
So you gotta play faster than him. You gotta play before he's playing. You gotta play before when he throws stuff at you.
Or at least anticipate when things are going to be sent, and/or pay attention to what he is sending to you.
Yeah. Not looking great for critical effect right now, though. Gets that L block in an awkward space. He's clearing to try and keep the pace, but you can only fight for so long before the Reaper comes.
Yeah.
And he loses round 2. Juicy takes it. We are on round 3 now. Let's see how it goes. Pretty back and forth, though, so far. Juicy opting to play a lot faster now as well. Setting up for a Tetris super quick, and you get the 3 instead of a Tetris, but that's still pretty strong.
All right. I can see the T-spin, okay.
Gets the double, gets the single. We're clearing space. We'd love to see it. Gets another double.
From time to time, I will say, I would like to see Critical build up a little bit more before he starts like trying to clean up, because he could have totally done something there.
Very possible, yeah. He didn't start getting anything sent to him until now, so he had a bit more room to work with, but sometimes you can. I think it is very difficult to anticipate, look at what your opponent is doing, and try to play at that speed all at the same time. The stack gets pretty heavy, and you have to like accommodate somewhere.
Oh, yeah, for sure. I thought he was going to put another line piece on top of another line piece, and I was like, that is dangerous.
Looking for a line piece right now. We find it. That's a 3. Awkward space to operate with, though, for Critical Effect, but he's making his way through. His Juicy also is just clearing his board. And the stat gets pretty high yet again. I don't know if Gabe can make his way out of this one, and he loses round 3.
Ah, darn.
All right, game point for Juicy.
Oh, what is this setup that he's doing?
I don't know. It seems like he thought he had a plan and then realized that he kind of had nothing to work with, more than he realized. Because now he's just opting for single breaks while trying to clear the space, so that way he can work with this a bit better. All right, this looks better. This looks much better.
Oh, yeah, he's going to... Oh,
it might be a bit too late, though. Critical Effect's already built pretty effective space right now, and is sending stuff Juicy's way. All right, the right stack has been built. The right well.
Oh, man, he's consistently sending so much more stuff over.
Yeah, I don't know. Juicy has a lot of space to work with, but he's not going to get that line piece for a minute. He's going to have to clear with really awkward blocks first, which is just going to make a more awkward space for him to clear in general, so it's tough. He can probably do it, but Gabe is moving at a pretty effective pace.
Gabe just needs to send something crazy. Nope,
that's it. All right, we're back and forth, actually. This is like an incredibly even game so far. Seems like Critical Effect has woken up from earlier.
Yeah, for sure. Like we said, like he's fresh. I think that's what he needed before, and he just didn't get it the first time.
Yeah.
But now, you know what? He's looking to show himself here. He wants this run, but he wants this reset.
He's making it. He wants to make it happen. He wants the full reset. Might not get it though. Juicy sent a bunch of garbage his way super quick, and that gets too high. Gets too tall.
I blinked. I went to drink water.
Yeah, you blinked and the game was over.
Yeah, what happened?
All right, Juicy takes game 1. One more game and Juicy wins the tournament. Let's see if Critical Effect can make a full recovery. Needs to win 2 games and then win 2 more.
I think he has it.
I believe in Critical Effect's ability. He did really well that last game. Just the last round did not go his way at all.
Yeah, no.
Sometimes it does happen. Regardless of how good you are, you can just die, in fact. All right, the stack's getting high. I don't know how... Okay.
Yes, nice cleanup with the
really
the
good
Tetris.
cleanup with the line block, yeah.
Just trying to open that well on the right. I think it would be better if you sacrificed a piece or something to open it.
Oh, no.
No.
Critical Effect took too long working with the L block there. He was better off just sending it somewhere and just moving on rather than sitting there for a while messing with it. Decent recovery, though. He's working his way back down. Might be too late, though. Yep. That is round 1 to Juicy.
Oh my gosh, that Tetris that's
crazy.
Juicy is setting up is so quick.
Critical Effect set up his own Tetris, though. This could be really big if Gabe can get going on this. He's got the line block coming. All right, let's see what he can do with this. He doesn't have a lot to work with, but he can make it happen. All right, they're both actually neck and neck right now. It was pretty big.
I don't think Juicy meant to do that.
Don't think he did, no. All right, we're getting multiple line breaks from Critical Effect. Juicy's building up on Juicy. He might hit the top, getting close to the ceiling. Gonna have to get... Oh, no, he blocked off the T-block.
Oh, no.
Now he's gonna have to work... Oh, no. Yep, that's the round. Round 2 goes to Critical Effect.
It feels so bad when you see that, like, perfect line, line space right there.
All right, set up for a Tetris on Critical Effect side. Gonna be huge.
Ooh, setting up. Now all he needs is a line piece. Oh, no, Gabe said... a really good piece of trash, and it made it that he couldn't get a Tetris from it.
That's crazy, actually. Good timing from Gabe. All right, gets a line break. Doesn't want it, but he takes it. Sometimes you just got to work with what you got. Not everything can be the friggin' Mona Lisa. All right, gets a double line break there. We're both operating at the middle. Juicy looking a lot more comfortable than Critical Effect does, but we got a line block coming up for a triple line break. Double line break.
Oh my gosh.
Not looking bad right now on Critical Effect side. Juicy getting stacked up too much. Yep, Juicy just kind of gave up near the end there. Decided that, nah, this is like too much. I can't really operate with this. Just move to next round.
When he put the line piece in such a weird position, it was just like,
Yeah.
I would have given up there too. You can't do much.
I don't blame it. Just move to next round. Sometimes that's all you got to do. It's not worth trying to sit there stressing yourself out to save it.
Ooh, the trash that he sent, though, was perfect for his line piece.
All right, double break from Critical Effect. We're moving through right now. This could be anyone's game, despite the fact that Juicy is a bit behind. It's like it only takes a few good line breaks, and suddenly you're in the lead. Looking pretty good right now. Needs the line block next to get that triple break. Juicy moving ahead. Critical Effect having to fight right now to get to his line piece. That's only going to give him like a double break. Yeah, thought so. Another double break, though. We're setting up pretty good.
Critical is in a very good position right now to send so much. Or at least trying. He's in a good position sending
Another
so
double.
much.
Ooh, Juicy. It's getting too high. Getting too high for Juicy.
Oh, no. I don't think you... What were you doing with that?
And Critical Effect takes game 2. Still very much in this. Could reset the bracket. We'll see what happens. Kevin loses a game finally in this tournament.
Now, do we play standard again?
Oh, no.
Oh, we go straight to
We're moving to
Asuka.
Asuka. Critical Effect smiling in response at the pick.
Kevin said, I'm not doing this. You're losing.
I would have found it very funny if he had picked Konoha.
I thought that's what he was going to do.
I was so hoping for Konoha. All right, we're schmoving right now, but it seems like Kevin is the one being put on the back foot by a lot of this right now.
Oh,
as Gabe
boy.
is just opting to like break stuff and then set up when he's got space to work with. It seems like the speed might be working against Juicy.
Oh boy. I mean, like, I guess you can test things now, right? You're in winners. So.
I mean, you are in winners. You do have a chance to mess up and try to experiment. It just does seem like, I don't know, it's tough. It does seem like a bit of a misfire if it doesn't work out.
Yeah. But you know what? As we've learned, maybe it just takes some time to warm up.
Maybe it does, in fact. All right, double line break. Okay, Juicy's in this still.
Ooh.
Unless. All right, Critical Effect takes round 1 on Asuka. Just as a reminder, the speed and the gravity of Asuka are very different than standard. Pieces move a lot faster and lock in quicker.
Yeah, you get only a split second to think in this battle.
Yeah, it's very fast. You got to react to what you got and you got to move. It makes your planning have to be a lot more short term and a lot less permanent in some spaces, but if you're really strong, you can be nasty with it. All right.
Critical is getting so much of this trash.
Juicy looking like he got the momentum this time around and sending a bunch of trash Critical Effects way. Critical having to work with the ever-building wall. Might get too high, though. That's the wall, brother.
And being up this high with that speed is awful.
It's pretty tough. You have to do way more than you already do in standard to get back on that, to get back away from that, like the knives there. All right, Juicy looking pretty comfortable out the gate on this one. Critical Effect having to work with a lot of blocks to move, but he's closing the gap more and more. Literally. All right, double line break. We're moving, kind of neck and neck right now. Players sending trash back and forward.
Oh, man. Critical has to clean this one up real quick. So
He's got a line block incoming.
But it doesn't give him enough things to be able to go down.
It's moving him down, actually. Juicy is the one kind of struggling right now.
The issue is that they're both in a weird position where, like...
Yep. Critical Effect takes round 3. All right, we are on set point for Gabe. If he wins this, then then the Juicy moves into losers, and we have one more game to determine the winner of the tournament. One more set.
I think he can do it. I think the Asuka pick was not beneficial.
It might have been against him. In fact, actually, yes. I mean, Kevin has played a lot of brackets, so I don't blame him for trying something, but this might have worked against him. But also, it seems like Gabe is also having to make the not greatest decisions here and there.
Yeah.
He does not seem super satisfied with some of the situations, the blocks he's getting. But he's still winning. I mean, I don't know. It just looks bad for Kevin.
Yeah, it's like a war of attrition for this one.
Yep, we might get the reset. It's getting close. Yep. There we go. Bracket reset. Kevin moves into losers, and we get one more.
All right.
Do we start on standard for the bracket reset? I think we do.
I believe so.
Yeah. All right. Really strong showing from Critical Effect. The set earlier with Juicy was actually very difficult for Gabe to get any headway in, and we've made a complete turnaround since then, fighting for his life and managing to push Juicy into the reset. Really strong, actually.
Yeah.
Really good showing from Critical Effect here. It's all the Biku he's got on his phone, I believe.
Ready. Go.
All right, hopping right back to standard. We're gonna see how this one goes. Grand final reset.
Yep, we're back on. Yeah, we are on standard. Okay. All right, let's see how this moves here.
All right, sending a little bit of trash over. That was actually a really good clear on Critical's part, because now he has such a weird, like, L thing right there.
Yeah. All right. Looking like Juicy is struggling with clearing the board that Critical Effect has set for him. But it's starting to move up more on Critical Effect side. What's up? Oh, right. We just got a $100 donation from Devno. Thank you very much, brother. We appreciate it. I'll see you in the gear bracket later.
Thanks, Dev.
Appreciate it so much. Thank you, sir. All right. Juicy has completely turned this around from earlier in this round. Now, Critical Effect is on the back foot and eating it.
I think Juicy's sweating a little bit.
Maybe just a little.
Oh,
all right, that's massive,
opening.
actually. Yeah, wow. I don't think Critical Effect comes back from this, but I'll eat crow more than likely.
No, he's definitely going to come back from it, but like, because Juicy had to set up all that because he cleared his board a little bit. Oh, never mind, I lied.
Round one goes to Juicy.
Go.
Man, stuff.
All right, nice little two-piece over there. Oh, this setup for a Tetris is looking crazy. Wait.
Tense situation. You're sitting in grand finals after causing the reset. You still got to deal with more blocks being thrown at you. What is the world to do? All right, double break from Critical Effect there. Triple. All right, not looking bad for Critical Effect, even though Juicy is operating with significantly less trash in general. But this could turn around in a second. It looks like the setup for Critical Effect right now is actually quite good, as he's about to get multiple line breaks.
He might have to build up a little bit more.
Yeah. Here comes the line piece. And so the House of Cards falls.
Oh boy.
All right.
Though I am looking at Juicy's. If he is capable of, then I think he needs a T1 for a very good piece. I don't know if that was a place that you wanted that to go.
It's getting too high for Juicy. The wall might break him. Yep. That is round two for Gabe. Neck and neck yet again. No quarter given from either player. Trying as hard as they can to bury the other.
I think
under blocks.
I think Critical Effect is really trying to prove himself now. Like, I feel like
he wants it.
That first match, he's like, this is a fluke. No, I'm actually cracked. Do not put me down here.
Do not ever put me in a situation.
Oh, that line piece is going to come out. Send a nice three-piece.
Alrighty then. We're making it happen.
T-spin. Yep.
Double break. Looking in a really good position right now for Critical Effect. However, a triple break comes from Juicy right now, making the stack even higher on Critical Effect. This is not a super complicated board space to work with for Critical Effect. However, it's getting pretty high, so any false move is bad.
Handling it pretty well.
Working with it really well. Keeping cool. Sir, yes, sir. Okay. Gets the L block at the right time, causes another break. Juicy having to build up more and more as well, though also working pretty well with it, having more space to work with. The stack's getting too high for a critical effect. Might be too much.
You just take it brick by brick, a little bit by
Oh,
bit.
gets a double break. That's pretty massive right now. Might give him more room to work with. Oh, that might be it, yeah.
Yep.
Round 3 going to Juicy. Game 1 of the reset. We got round 4 right now. Let's see what we got here.
Okay, all right.
Sir, yes, sir.
Ooh, sending a little bit over.
Double break. Juicy, what is this setup here? Okay, yeah, makes sense. He sets up for an L block in the middle there. Oh, that's going to be a lot.
Ooh.
Everything's going Juicy's way right now. He's getting more time to set up and a lot of dangerous stuff to send Gabe's way. However, Gabe recovering super well. Critical effect jumping forward ahead of Juicy.
Then you for the line piece. Okay, he is sending it.
Oh, stack getting high for critical effect now.
He's like, I'm over this. I don't know if he's going to be able to get down to that well, though. That was a nice L spin. Never mind.
Line piece coming up for critical effect. This is what he needs.
Oh.
Still in it. No, it's too big. He might break. Nah, it might be too much. Yeah, there it is. It's gonna push up too much. Yeah. Crazy stuff.
All right.
All right, that is game 1 to Juicy.
Yep.
Yes.
He is back at
tournament point. Or tournament game, rather.
Long.
Are we back to standard? We went straight back to standard.
Okay, well, it turns out we might have learned from last time that no one really wants to play on Asuka of these two.
No.
It just turned out Gabe adjusted to it better than Juicy did.
They should have gone to Koha, bro. That would have been perfect.
I completely agree, though I don't know if Gabe has any experience on Konoha.
Exactly.
All right, double line break. Juicy looking pretty clean this time around. However, critical effect does have a lot of open space on the right. Double line break, fantastic. Stacks building up for Juicy too. We're kind of neck and neck right now with Gabe operating with better space.
Ooh.
Juicy, ooh, he did not want that. No, that's going to be the round. Critical effect taking round 1 of game 2.
He made the mistake, but also he was playing with his eyes closed.
I think he closed his eyes after he made the mistake. He was like, oh no. Just take it. All right, double line break from critical effect early in this. Going to be a good pace setter. Okay. Looks like we're both opting to make our well on the right at the moment.
Yep.
Juicy seems in a slightly more awkward place, but we'll see how this works out. Oh my god, that's huge.
Where'd all that trash come from?
You know. Setting up for another line piece here soon for like a triple, double.
Ooh, that was a nice triple on Juicy's part. Nice L spin.
Another triple for Gabe. That's going to be another set going up. And never mind. Juicy decides to send it back. Add 1, send it next.
Oh boy.
Send it to the next guy.
The double it and send it to the next
Double
one.
it and send it to the next guy. Motto of Tetris. All right. Critical effect not really operating in good space right now. He's trying to get back. However, the holes are starting to add up. However, Juicy himself is also currently in a bit of trouble. We're both operating near the top of the ceiling right now. But Juicy is in a much more awkward spot. Critical effect takes round 2 of game 2.
Boy, it might be like we get a final game, final round. Final game.
It might be. We'll see what happens. Being up 2 rounds is pretty nice. However, there's nothing to say that Juicy doesn't take it back 3 rounds right now.
That is true.
That being said, the man has been sweating, and in my experience, the more you tend to sweat, the more mistakes you're likely to make. Double break, excellent work.
Okay, then he's gonna L-piece it down there. Okay.
Okay, interesting.
I did not see that setup. I did not see he's gonna be able to send so much too. Okay.
There's a lot Critical Effect is able to send back right now. Dude got 3 line blocks in a row.
Hey, yo.
Sometimes you're just, that's a Tetris. That might do it.
Goodness.
That might do enough to put Juicy in a bad spot.
He's in damage control. Damage control.
Damage control. Double line again. Critical Effect trying to send kill shots right now to Juicy, and it works.
Oh, my
That
goodness.
is game 2 to Critical Effect. We are 1 for 1 right now. This is the last game of the tournament. Anyone could take it, especially if that. Oh, Gabe, please.
Gabe, no. What are you doing that for?
That literal second might cost him. We will see, though.
Like when that dude got up in the beginning of the round, bro.
Shige, what are you doing? All right, never mind. It looks like Critical Effect's fine at the moment.
I can't believe it. Juicy just gave up the lead.
The recovery is incredible. And Juicy operating with a lot of stuff right now. He needs to open up that line so that we can get to that center well. But it looks like Critical Effect might not let him ever get to it. All right, he finally opened it up. He needs a line piece. There it is. Oh, no! Jeez. He was off by a little bit and placed it on accident. All right, round 1 of game 3 to Critical Effect.
I know I'm cheering for the underdog. I want Critical to win, but like Juicy, no.
I feel bad. No, that was definitely like an easy slide in, and he just slightly off. All right, operating. I don't even know actually at this point. It seems like Kevin's struggling to keep a pace right now, while Gabe is just moving with the grace of a goose. I meant a swan, but you know the geese are occasionally graceful when they're not annoying as hell.
No, never.
All right, triple line break from Critical Effect.
Oh, he's not
no. Critical Effect on tournament point now.
Juicy
has to win 3 rounds in a row against Gabe.
Oh man.
To win the tournament. On the back foot, looking like the favorite to win. Meanwhile, Critical Effect coming from behind is the underdog of this game.
Amen.
Now in the lead.
I keep telling you guys, I kept telling you guys that like Critical is really close to Juicy.
He's pretty cracked right now. However, Juicy holding pretty well this round, looking to try and take it. They're both operating now at the mid space.
Ooh, just trying to open that bit real quick. All right. I didn't even notice he had a hold piece. Hold the straight line one.
All right. The tide is high, and he's holding on. All right, we're both opting for some breaks right now to create space. However, Juicy looks like he's a bit more comfortable than Critical Effect does. It's getting tough.
Really close.
Yeah. Despite being near the ceiling, Critical Effect is still very much in this. Okay, he might not be in this anymore.
That is a weird place to put that.
Yeah, that's not great. Nope, that's round 3 going to Juicy. Still very much in this. All right, 2 more rounds for Juicy, 1 more round for Critical Effect. Just needs 1 round to clinch it out. Juicy now having some stuff sent. Oh, no, I don't know if that... Did he mean for that L block to be set like that?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. All right, it's working now for him, though. Okay, making more space. Critical Effect is operating in a much more comfortable area. However, Juicy is coming back. Not in any bad shape whatsoever. Double line break into a single. Alrighty, then. We're moving our way back down. Critical Effect is having the stack built up now instead. T-block for a double. Incredible play from both. They're moving at such a great pace.
Yeah, no, it's so hard to keep up with both of them because every single time I look away from the other one, they do and or send, and then I look at the other one and they're like almost dead.
Yeah. Like dead even a lot of the time, too. All right, we're trying to just make space right now to send stuff the other person's way. I think Critical Effect is more consistently sending stuff to Juicy, but Juicy is recovering fast enough to where it doesn't matter. Okay.
Okay.
This is a dangerous configuration for Juicy, though, but it seems like he's working his way through it. Lion piece, that's a Tetris. That's massive. The stack's getting higher for Gabe. The wall might get too big.
Oh, boy.
Getting crushed by it. He makes a little bit of space, but that's it. All right, tournament point for both.
Ready. Go.
This is the last round of Tetris Grandmaster 4 at Gamers on the Edge 2025.
Literally can be anyone's game.
Actually, it's kind of crazy how close the set has been.
All right, setting up for a nice Tetris right there. Oh, it doesn't go for it.
Juicy on the offensive this game. However, Gabe keeping a pace right now. They are neck and neck.
Ooh,
Oh no, the block
getting a little
popping
high.
up when he didn't want it. All right, triple line piece. We're making it happen. Okay, Gabe is still in this. Juicy is working his way through his plate right now too.
It's just that he does have so much less
Line
on
block
it.
incoming for Gabe. He needs enough time to set this up. You
But
got it, Tetris. Oh man, it's getting tall for Juicy.
But Juicy sends a line piece back.
Oh dear, this is actually so close, dude.
Oh no, he gets another line piece.
Another line piece, that's gonna be huge. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Oh my god! It's getting so high for Juicy. Oh my god! Oh, it might be it.
He's
No.
playing-
Oh no! Gabe's scrambling. Gabe's scrambling. It's not over yet. It could be anyone's. It's up to whoever can hold it.
Oh,
Gabe takes it. This is your Tetris Grandmaster 4 champion for 2025. Critical Effect.
Oh my gosh! Good job, Critical.
Incredible comeback from earlier.
Hey.
Juicy beating him 2-0 with very few rounds taken. Coming back in grand finals to not only reset the bracket, but beat Juicy in a really close game.
And you know what? Props to Juicy. That was a amazing comeback
That
attempt.
was
He
awesome.
was
Yeah,
almost
actually
there.
fantastic.
All that to lead to the end, and he was fighting at the top there too. That was so good.
So I'm honestly impressed. I don't really. So the thing is I usually just kind of like skim these brackets every year they happen. It always looks good, but I never sat down and watched a full like top like 6 or anything. Whatever the top group is that we have here, top 4.
No, yeah.
But that was fantastic in general. Like I was incredible play from both players.
It was good Tetris. And Tetris is really
Very
good.
good Tetris.
Like, man, I was... more of that to come this weekend, too. Like, this is not the only bracket we have.
We got more brackets. We got
More
Gear.
brackets.
We got City of the Wolves. We got Under Night. I don't know if that was going to be streamed, though. We got Under Night. We got some Rivals. We got Smash Brothers.
I think Street Fighter 4 is also being streamed,
Street
right?
Fighter 4 is going to be here, as is 6 and EX2. We got CVS2, MVC2, all kinds of games this weekend.
Yeah, no, this is going to be hype.
You know what? We also got some requests for donations. We made $426 in 2015, and we're trying to make 10 times that amount in 2025, $4,260. Please go to the donor box link at donorbox.org/4thekids or use the QR code. We appreciate your patronage, and thank you for watching Tetris Grandmaster 4. I am Joe Mama here with...
And I'm Eggy.
Appreciate it. Y'all have a great day.